everyone. Welcome to Curse of the Crimson Throne. Quick recap. Hang on. Give me a second. Let me think about what actually happened. Oh, you know who you guys need? You need Baboom. He's on the combat tracker, but you need him over here. He's over there somewhere. Our faithful heroes prepared to assault the Arcona building, and in their preparations, they called forth Baboom, the traveling merchant extraordinaire, bought several items that may be very useful, found that he did not have any more elemental stones, but has since gained the ability to actually summon said elemental once a day, or once per long rest, I guess. That's slightly important distinction. And has agreed to travel with you all into this dangerous trip into the Arcona stronghold, as well as Eris and 30 were-rats. You also reunited with Grigix, the guy whose name I've never been good at pronouncing, who was, I don't want to say left in the prison, because that seems unkind. He was imprisoned for good reason, but he was imprisoned by the Grey Maidens, and seems a little worse for the wear for it. But the plan...
Worse for the wear, rat.
Ooh, nice. The plan seems to be... well, first of all, you guys did some scrying to see if you could find any information about the Arconas, determine their whereabouts inside, or when a good time to attack, or something of that nature would be. When you scryed, you found some very interesting information. Murray, you were the one that actually did the scrying. And what you saw was you scryed on Camille, to be exact, and you succeeded in the scrying attempt. And you watched her murder Gloria Arcona, the head of the Arcona household, as well as you saw several other dead bodies on the ground, but you didn't get a good glimpse of who, as since your scrying's not, it focuses very narrowly. You don't have good peripherals with scrying. But you do know there were other bodies on the floor, which Grey Maidens were picking up. There was another person who looked exactly like Glorio, who Camille said, "You know what to do," and walked off. And then you followed Camille up to what looks to be her room upstairs, passing a large jungle-like garden below a balcony. And when you got to the room, apparently your scrying spell must have set off some sort of alarm or detection, and she became aware of your scrying presence and thinks it was Murray or Rhea, though she thinks it's more likely it was Murray, and asked Murray if she enjoyed the show. Then began to cast a spell. Murray cut off connection, just to be sure. And after that, you all decided that the were-rats would be better used to distract the Arconas to attack the front gate and the east gate, to try and draw their forces out, while you sneak in quietly from below and try and go up through someone's toilet. Sound about right? Am I missing anything?
I don't think we were actually trying to come up from a toilet.
No, I'm pretty sure that was specifically described by me.
No comment.
No, you guys are trying to use the private Arcona sewer to gain access to their manor, is the proposed goal. We, as you can see, we're starting you at the entrance to the sewers. But before we get there, is there anything that you guys would like to address, discuss, or anything before we jump to that location?
Ross wanted to change her sight on her thunder cannon to her silencer.
Okay. Easy
and
enough
then,
to do.
It's nighttime, right, when we're going out there?
Correct.
So she wants to take a few minutes when we get outside to say a prayer.
Okay.
Sure.
As you guys
Says no.
exit the manhole, and Robin finally get out of the sewers for a time.
Vegetation for everyone.
So, Ross is saying a small prayer as like Robin's like busily going around, prestidigitating any smell and goo off of people. A baboon would actually thank you for it, of course. And Robin, you've seen him use it in the past, but he seems to allow you to do so and give you gratitude for it. Ross, what prayer do you give? Like, you don't have to do word for word if you don't want to. I don't know if you have anything prepared, but at least cliff notes.
Oh. No, I didn't have anything prepared. Just a prayer to watch over and keep everybody safe.
Sure.
And I mean, it's becoming her habit to pray at night. So.
Understandable. The rain is torrential. It is turned into quite a storm with thunder and lightning highlighting the sky every 15 seconds or so. Wind blowing you this way and that. Now, luckily, you have all purchased rain gear. I believe they're heavy treated leather coats, I believe is what you have, most of you. So you bundle yourselves in that as you make your way down the streets. The trip to the actual entrance of the sewers is rather uneventful. Eris guides you guys first. Actually, here, let me show you the map of Corvosa real quick, so I can kind of give you guys whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. An idea of where you're going. So the Arconas control what is called Garrison Hill, which is the richest place of Old Corvosa. Still not saying a whole lot, even though the Arconas themselves are quite rich. They live in H1. It's if you look at H1 next to Fort Corvosa. Fort Corvosa used to be, and I'm not even going to make you guys roll knowledge on this one, but it used to be the old castle for Corvosa back when Old Corvosa was Corvosa, right? It has now since become the palace grounds, you could say, for the Arconas, and they live inside H1, which is a manor of some opulence and grandeur. The outside is very well maintained, even though it's hard to see in the storm, but the grounds are always well maintained. The gardens are beautiful. It is a very lovely place, a jewel surrounded by the utter poverty that is Old Corvosa. However, you guys are making your way from the orphanage to the docks, and you make your way along the docks and along the shore all the way around under the cliff base. So Garrison Hill, the river turns into a bit of a cliff that at its highest is about 40 feet. And you make your way around the base of the cliff until you get to a sewer grating that runs out into the ocean, and Eris will motion to it, and speaking somewhat loudly just so you can hear her over the storm, about 100 feet or so from the entrance, she goes, "That's the entrance! That's the entrance to the Arcona's sewers. As I said, none of us have been in there, so we don't know what to find, but I can guarantee you it will lead you to their manor."
Weary through the torrential downpour will nod and shout back, "Thank you for your guidance. And, as always, stay safe."
"We'll try. We're gonna hit the gates in 10 minutes.
We'll be ready.
And she nods, and she'll start making her way around and up the cliffside. and quickly is lost in the storm. And you guys are standing about 100 feet away from a grating. The grating is about 6 feet tall, so there's not much trouble you guys getting in there, except for the fact that it's covered by a steel grate. Ross, yes.
I didn't actually have anything. I was just saying Kitty
Oh.
would go up the toilet.
Gotcha.
Sorry.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, Rhea.
Before we get any further, Rhea's gonna just pass out the platinum rings that she bought from Baboom, making sure that Ross, Amelia, and Weary have one.
Okay. You are
Refresh
all
my memory,
married.
what do those do again?
Marriage.
Stuff, don't worry about it, just put it on.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, Amelia would immediately ask, what is this for?
It's, a sort of component for a spell. A way to help ward during combat.
Amelia's gonna roll an arcana to see if she knows what
This
the
one
spell
would be
is.
religious, actually.
Oh, never mind then.
Fuck you.
I'm trying to remember because like I would have seen Rhea getting hit
No.
and everything. So
Would have
Um,
seen what? I'm confused.
I'm thinking they're like the rings or whatever that Shala gave Rhea.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really decide. Roll to see if I know anything about. No, okay. Yeah, don't know anything about it.
Yeah, you guys, Rhea has these strange magical powers. She's not like
Okay,
normal,
hold on.
respectable wizards.
What are paladins?
Nope.
Oh boy, can't roll above a 5, can we?
Murray, she's
Robin
not.
gets a
she's
nat
not.
20.
She's not a respectable divine magic user like cleric. She's one of them weird paladins.
Ooh, what is she?
Damn.
She can cast offensive spells, she can heal, she can tank, what even?
Yeah, what even? So, unfortunately, you guys do not know what these rings are used for.
Jesus Christ.
Robin, do you want to give a try?
Yeah, go for it, Robin.
I mean, he'll see everyone else stumped and he'll feel bad for them. But he trusts her explicitly. Yep.
Oh my god.
Robin,
Yes.
you have seen similar things in the past. I don't know if you've ever partaken or been a recipient of one, but you understand that rings like this are generally used when it comes to people like Rhea, because there's lots of reasons you could use rings. But you get the feeling that when she says ward especially, there's a spell you've come across on occasion that allows the user to reduce the amount of damage someone takes by taking it onto themselves magically.
Okay. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
He looks skeptically at the ring and at her and says, if you're giving everyone these, I don't want one.
Oh.
I'd even go so far as to say, given your background, this is something that you would see, but probably generally used in the reverse, like a priestess forcing others to wear the ring and cast it on the priestess. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've seen this used, but generally for the opposite version of what Rhea's trying to do.
Which is why it's so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So many people on her no. Tries to shove it back.
I'd feel a lot better if you kept it on.
I don't really want you taking hits for me.
Well, I'm not going to use it just for no reason. But if things look bad, I'd prefer us all to make it out of this.
Robin will turn around and kind of explain to the party, this is so she can take our damage.
You see a glint of recognition in Wary's eyes. Ah, like the very beginning of our adventure into the Plague God's domain.
Yes.
And you see Wary's eyes narrow. That very nearly killed Sholai.
But she saved me. Portly, calm down.
You can't go in. Stop trying.
Hey, it's 6 feet tall. He could get in there.
Sorry.
Weary will reach out and lay a hand very gently on Rhea's forearm. Do you trust us, Rhea?
I do. Which is why I also hope that you trust me.
Weary nods slowly. And as her feathery palm makes contact with you, you feel and watch her cast something very quickly, and it kind of settles over you like a shroud. As Weary casts Death Ward on Rhea.
Ooh. Spicy.
Oh, well.
Remind me, so that's if I drop, I go back up to 1, right? I
Yep.
think. Awesome.
Enjoy.
Can I roll to see if Rhea would know what spell that is?
Yeah, roll me a religious check. You
Oh,
know
fuck
that
off.
spell. Paladins of the Lilac Order would consistently cast it before going into battle.
I mean, technically, she saw Amelia cast it on her sister.
Well, hang on, actually. Let me see if that's actually a paladin spell. Give me a second.
It's certainly not a spell that I have.
Yeah,
So, maybe some
paladins cast it on all the time, and what I mean by paladins is clerics. No, yeah. No, it is a paladin spell, but it's a 4th level.
Mm-hmm.
So you've seen strong paladins use it before battle.
Possibly your parents or something.
Yeah.
And also Amelia.
In fact, that sounds like just the kind of thing Julian would do.
Yeah. And also Amelia. I got it.
Thank you, I was waiting for that.
Rhea would simply give a knowing look and a small smile.
It is not your duty alone to make sure we all make it out. This is not a burden you need to shoulder by yourself.
Perhaps not, but I can do my part.
And Weary cocks her head at you, and her eyes are very soft. Rhea, you already are. I will take it, and if I feel that it is needed, I will use it. I ask that you trust my judgment.
I will. All that I ask is that you wear them. And she'll look at everyone, Robin included.
Robin tries one last desperate plea of, how about you wear it and use it on me?
Ah, buddy.
That's not how it works. And she holds up her hand to show not the hand that has the 2 Charlotte rings on them, but the other one with just a plain platinum band. I already have one to sort of anchor the spell between me and another. You need to wear the other.
Now, does this work in reverse?
If you know the spell.
Great. If it makes you happy, mutters and puts it on.
She'll look towards the rest of you.
Oras will look at Rhea and go, if you're sure you know what you're doing, she'll go ahead and put it on.
Amelia.
Amelia will look between everyone and then finally she'll sigh a little bit. And she will put the ring on.
Baboon's watching all this, and he goes, "Ah, Robin, may I talk to you for a second? If you don't mind, I just remembered something."
Robin takes a deep, slow breath and nods.
And he'll back off a bit.
Robin follows?
Once you're pretty much out of earshot, Baboon will say, "You seem quite disturbed by this, my friend. I understand it can be very distressing, especially when a friend there is willing to die for all of us."
Kind of squints at him and replies with, I don't think it's necessarily the fact that she's willing to die for us that bothers me.
Oh? Perhaps some religious concerns.
There's a lot of glaring on Robin's part as Baboom asks. He shrugs with one shoulder.
All right, I meant no offense. I simply wanted to point out that, if it distresses you that much, I do have the ability to dispel such a spell. All you have to do is but ask. Oh, and of course, pay.
It's an item that I have to knowingly use, isn't that correct?
I'm afraid not, my friend. If she casts that spell on you, as long as you have that ring on, you are under its spell. I suppose you might be able to resist it. I've never tried.
He nods. Thank you for the offer, but I'd rather not lie to her. And turns around and goes straight back to Rhea.
Baboon follows close behind.
He
Sorry
takes
for
off
the...
the ring
Oh.
and puts it back in Rhea's hand.
She's not going to take it, completely ignoring Robin's attempt, and will hand the last ring to Baboon.
I slip it into her pocket.
Baboon will take the ring and nod at Rhea and put it on. He'll say, though Sweet child, to be sure, if I feel that you are going to sacrifice too much for me, I will be dispelling it.
And she'll give a small smile and nod and pull out Robin's phylactery and say, I'll only use it if I absolutely have to.
He looks at the phylactery. Are you referring to the ring or the phylactery?
Both.
Ah. Very well. I will take this gift in the spirit it is given. And he will bow deeply.
Am I able to in any way try and perceive Robin trying to
Oh,
drop
I do
this
it
thing?
like a child. Like, I slip it onto you, and then, like, I go, and kind of show you both sides of my hands, like I don't have anything anymore. Maybe a wink.
Yeah, but you can still roll a perception to see if you actually, like, where he put it, when he put it, yeah.
Right.
Or did it just disappear? And,
Just staring at him.
Actually,
Pulls it out of his pouch.
Actually, does anyone have a light source at the moment? Because I think that would be at disadvantage. You guys are currently in dim light of the night. It's very dark outside. It's not pitch black, it's dim, but very hard to see. I would ask you to roll that one more time.
Hold on, wait a second. Let me check something real quick.
Sure.
Don't give up.
Unless you're wearing Eyes of the Eagle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I bought them for a reason.
Oh my gosh, I just want to show this to
Would
everyone
absolutely
because
have them on going in
this is
here.
amazing. I just want to show everyone what Rhea is wearing right now.
They're beautiful.
They're amazing. So never mind. You see it. You see it perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Robin, she doesn't stop you. Where do you slip the ring?
Oh man, anywhere I can, just in any pocket.
Gotcha.
Kind of under her armor that I can get my finger.
So an interesting thing to note is, Rhea, you see it, but you don't feel it at all. He's very good at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you imagine if you passed him on the street and he had wanted to steal your purse, you never would have felt it.
That's not concerning.
No, not at all.
So, just gonna try and subtly. She'll just take it out and just hold it back up to him. Very pleading eyes.
I take my 3 feet step away and say, I cannot, in my right mind, wear that, and I will not. Unless if you absolutely order me to. And then it's very much against my will.
What issue do you have with it exactly?
That I should be the one wearing the one that you're wearing. It's just, that's not how things work. Waves a hand.
That's also not how the spell works. It doesn't matter which ring you wear.
Rhea, I can't. Waits, pleading eyes.
After a moment, Amelia kind of steps forward. I understand what you're trying to do, Rhea, but if he doesn't want you to do this for him, then forcing the issue isn't going to make it better. You can't heft the world's problems onto your own shoulders.
He like double finger points at Amelia.
Oof, okay. She'll just frown and look between the two of you and then nod. and will sigh and put the ring away and hold up her hand like a sign of surrender and just back away.
I move forward, remaining 3 feet away.
Thank you, Amelia.
Baboon,
Does he actually like stage whisper that?
Totally stage whispers it.
Baboon would actually like slap a hand on Aras's shoulder. Well, that wasn't tense at all.
Yeah, I mean, I understand where Rhea's coming from. And I can say if I were mounting a rescue party for my beloved, I would do everything I could to give it the best chance. And that's all I think she's trying to do.
Baboon considers what Aras says and nods. I see. I suppose it is a very fine line between offering support and demanding it.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Well, shall we go invade a fancy manor? I have it in mind to steal me an item or two. I mean, perhaps acquire a few pretty statues or something.
Rehome them? Amelia kind of gives him a half smile.
I can.
Appropriation.
Mary cocks her head. Shall we call it a liberation?
Ooh, I like that.
Ooh.
I also enjoy restocking the supplies.
Is that where they come from? Good to know.
He nods and like rubs his hands together. Besides, it's very wet out here.
And Weary will take a moment to cast Detect Magic, and then take up a position right behind Rhea.
Okay. Do you guys approach
Sure.
the gate?
Yes, so for up to 10 minutes, I sense the presence of magic.
As you approach the gate, you sense magic on the gate itself. It is give me a second. I need to remember what detect magic actually tells you. I believe it tells
if you
you
sense
that
magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
Gotcha. Give me a second. You detect a faint glow of magic on the actual grate of the sewers. And you can tell that whatever spell it is from the illusion class.
Well, I really hope I'm not the only one who came armed with detect and dispel magic.
No.
I have detect magic.
Mary will cock her head at the grate.
Baboon also has dispel and detect.
Okay. Starting early then, and we'll inform the group. This is magical. It's some sort of illusion.
I'm gonna touch it.
Oh, don't do that.
I'm in front, I make the rule.
Oh, Jesus.
Could
Rhea?
I actually?
Huh? Yes, what?
I'm gonna grab her before she can reach out.
Oh, yes.
No.
I would like
have
you
some
both to roll
assistance.
initiative then. Rhea, if you are intent on this.
You wouldn't take my ring, bro.
It's only an 8, Robin.
Am I a part of this?
Yeah, by all means.
Damn it.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Alright.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Rhea, you go to touch it, and you feel a hand from Weary and a hand from Robin.
It's almost like Moira has spent her life around impulsive children who ought not touch things.
I use my leg.
Oh my god.
So it's an illusion spell?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
Oh my god.
No.
Robin
It's an illusion. It could very well not be there.
or
from-
Mwiri,
Yes.
roll me a strength check. Rhea, roll me a strength or dexterity check, please.
Okay.
If there's two of us, do we get
Yeah,
like
you can just roll. Well, you roll as well, Mary, since Robin's already rolled. So in essence, you get advantage.
oh,
yes.
fuck you.
Oh boy.
Dang.
Rhea attempts to touch it with her leg, and Mary is really, really familiar with people trying to touch things. And you don't picture physical strength from Mary when you think of her, but she is like stone.
She's got this like grip on the back of your neck. Like she's like scruffed you.
Actually, just pulling her hair.
How about if we use a mage hand instead of actually putting our fingers on things that might burn us, decay our fingers off, cause giant things to fall from the ceiling?
All right. I won't touch it.
About how many minutes has it been with this whole arguing thing?
Oh, it's
Because we
still
want
been,
to time it pretty
yeah,
well.
it's still been a minute.
We need to get going. So
Mhm.
I mage hand at it and just swipe illusionary fingers through it and see if it.
All right. Your mage hand actually hits solid bars. And the second the mage hand touches the bars, the illusionary image of an elephant head appears above the bars and trumpets very loudly.
Oh, as soon as it appears, Mary casts silence.
Gotcha. Give me a second here.
So I essentially create a little bubble of silence.
Yes. Silence, an action, 20-foot radius. Gotcha.
Because we were warned that this would happen.
Yes.
mhm. Okay. So an illusionary elephant head appears and yeah, Rhea, you see an elephant head, but you're not familiar what that is. You just see a big gray animal with long ears and what looks to be an incredibly long nose and sharp, long tusks.
And Mary turns slowly to look at Robin. How about we don't touch things?
Robin can't hear you.
Magic or not. Yeah. Oh, that's right. But, well, we can back up.
Slow nodding.
You just see Robin's mouth, Miri's mouth move, but you don't hear anything because you're in a globe of silence.
Yeah, but the look she's giving you
Yeah.
is just like, you know exactly what she's saying.
I smile and nod accommodatingly.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, I don't want to know what that was for.
What? What was before?
Uh-huh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So you can back out of the 20-foot globe of silence. The elephant head appears to continue trumpeting, but you can't hear anything. And Baboon steps up. Shall I dispel it?
Yes, please.
And he will motion his hands, form a sign, and the elephant head evaporates. As does your globe of silence.
That's fine. Oh, I'm gonna have to recast. Ah, shit. I just burned that spell. I didn't need to.
Do you want me to cast Detect Magic?
Yes, please.
How about after we open the grate?
Let's detect magic before we open the grate. You have 10 minutes of it.
Yeah, okay, sure. So she casts Detect Magic.
Okay. You cast Detect Magic, and you do not sense anything within the discernible distance. Is what, 30 feet?
Yep, 30 feet.
Yep. You do not detect any magic within 30 feet.
Anybody happen to have a crowbar?
Yes, Ross does. She
Excellent.
has following rules.
I believe we like to call that the master key.
Ah, of course.
Yes.
She will hand it over, because she knows she ain't strong enough to do anything with that.
What is that? That gives you advantage, right? For strength checks?
Yes, correct. When opening things like a grate.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Ross will take it out, start to hand it to Rhea, and then stop and actually hand it to Murray.
Oh, what the fuck? Let me do something! I'm just opening the damn thing. You already dispelled it.
Just let me know when you want to roll for combat, Rhea. Just let me know.
I'm thinking about it.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right.
See, guys, this is gonna end up being the real climax of the fucking book. It's just the party tearing itself apart.
Rhea, no, it just turns into Rhea like becoming a fallen paladin and becoming the BBEG.
I mean, we've already made the joke about Rhea becoming the fallen paladin along Shala's storyline, so...
Oh boy.
All right, Muri, do you attempt to pry open the grating?
Sure. Why not?
Roll me an athletics check with advantage, please.
Athletics. Advantage.
Okay. Welp, in another impressive feat of strength, Muri pries the or lodges the crowbar in the grating, and slowly, as if she was just working like a boat oar, just steadily pulls it back, and you hear the sound of ripping and tearing metal as she tears the grate off.
Getting shit done. And then she will very neatly hand the crowbar back to Ross and dust her hands off and gesture to the rest of the group. Shall we?
Yeah.
All right. You guys start making your way down the sewer tunnel. As I said, it's about 6 feet tall. And once you get in, you very quickly get away from the rain and the torrential downpour. And the sound of torrential rains and whipping winds is replaced by the sound of trickling water and dripping water onto stone. It is pitch black in here.
It's nice in here.
Does anyone want to use a light source, or do you guys want to fumble your way around, except for Robin and Baboon?
Would
And
this be
me?
considered? Would this be
Yeah.
considered dim or dark?
Dark.
Well, Amelia has vision, so night fit.
Yeah,
dark.
I have dark vision.
Yeah, so does Ross.
Rio
Oh,
fucking light a
everybody is
torch,
in.
I guess.
Literally just Rhea.
Wait,
Except Rhea.
Ross, do you have dark vision? I
She's
thought
a
you had-
dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot
she's
for
a
a
dwarf.
second. I forgot for a second. You're not an elf anymore. A half elf.
Well, elves have that too. What?
I thought they just had dim vision.
There's no dim
No,
vision
they have
anymore. It's
superior.
just dark.
Oh right. Okay. I'm thinking my system's
Yeah.
wrong. All right. So Rhea,
No. I'm going to cast dancing lights and put all the orbs very, very tiny just around Rhea.
Okay.
Fucking guess.
Rhea, you have dim light around you, which is fine. With the dim light around you, the eyes of the eagle can help you see just fine. You guys begin making your way down the tunnel. It's winding back and forth and very well built. You can see that it is made out of layered stone that has been mortared in place and much better built than the sewers of the actual city. Have you guys placed yourself in what order you would like to be?
I think we did, but Rhea might want to change.
Yeah, hold on. Let's. Yeah, I might have Ross move up a little bit more because you're the one who has detect magic on right now.
That would make sense. I don't know where you want me to be.
I can switch places with you if you want. I think Rhea's a little mad at me right now, so.
Just give me a second.
Before we go in,
I'm
I'm gonna
all
crouch
pulling shit.
down and like just motion for everyone to stop and take a real good look around. Like check the floor for any tracks or any wires or any creepy things hanging from the ceiling that might fall on my head and consume.
Of course. Roll me an investigation check, please.
Amelia will assist.
Then do so with advantage.
21.
Nice.
Okay. You do not find any traps or dangers as you walk down the sewer tunnel. You find that it winds to and fro, and you're walking through ankle-high water that is running at a steady pace down the tunnel. You eventually come to a point where there's a ledge that you kind of have to climb, and once you get on top of that ledge, it's only about 3 feet high. The ankle-deep water turns into earth and ground, and you continue on down the tunnel. Again, keeping your investigation check, you do not sense or detect anything danger or traps. And you guys eventually make your way down the tunnel. And I'll let you guys move as you like. It eventually opens up into a large cavern. And as you get into the entrance, you see that the ceiling climbs to about 50 feet above you. Where you are, there is a rock ledge with 2 rope ridges. One that spans across what looks to be a cave down below you that actually has water, deep water. It looks like it's an undercropping where the ocean actually comes in under the sewers. As you can see waves kind of sloshing back and forth down there. And you see 2 rope bridges that span across it. One that spans to an upper ledge directly to your left, this one. And one that spans to your right in front of you.
I very quietly make my way out onto the ledge, around the corner, and look into the water.
Okay. All right, roll me a perception check.
And while I'm looking around, I do have Ericar, which will make a quick swoop.
Okay.
He can't see much, though.
He can still give you advantage, though, on your perception check.
Oops, I didn't mean to roll 2.
No, it's
I
fine.
rolled 2.
Well, you would have advantage on that anyway because Erdogar would be giving you basically aid. Oh wait, I see what you're saying. But we'll still use that. So 8 plus 4 and 7 plus 4, right?
Mhm.
All right, so 12. You look down into the dark waves below, and you see it's a little frothy. You can tell that the water is deep, probably at least 30 to 50 feet deep, and that this is a natural outcropping. It doesn't seem to be worked by stone like the walls around you.
Okay.
What do you guys want to do?
I mean, I guess we would slowly proceed forward, but which direction?
Mm-hmm.
First,
Left to right?
I would like you all to make me, with the exception of Robin, who has already made one, a stealth check, please.
Oh boy. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, no. Rhea, you had a
Yeah.
nat 20 and a 2.
Amelia got a 1.
Yep.
Oh, that's still not great.
Do you have advantage on stealth checks, Ross?
Because of the cloak of elven kind?
Gotcha, nice. And 1 for Kitty, please. Let me
Oh.
roll Baboom real quick.
Oh.
Alright, Aras, Kitty, and Baboon are fairly quiet. Robin, you expertly, stealthily, like a drow, sneak up to the edge and peer around, and then cringe a little bit as you hear Aras and Rhea and Weary coming up behind you, armor clanking, feet dragging on stone.
Stay to the side. Away from
Well, Aras got an 18.
Yep, I'm sorry, Rhea, Amelia, and Weary were the ones who did not very stealth.
I'm sorry. Amelia does not have
Room
heavy
to talk.
armor. She has.
That's where the feet dragging on stone came in.
Yep.
Yeah.
She has no excuse. She's just the least stealthy fucking caster on the face of the planet. Cool.
You all make your way out to the ledge. And as much with what Robin saw before, you all see protrusions rising from a rocky beach that overlooks the sloshing waters of the sea cave. The rope bridges, there are technically 3 rope bridges, 2 that go up and 1 that looks like it fell or was broken in disrepair long ago.
Does this portion of tunnel look like it sees a lot of use? I'm guessing no.
Roll me an investigation check. Not particularly. You don't see a lot of footprints or signs of lots of wear. The bridges look old and in disrepair, which is, considering that you're underneath a rich manor, means that it's probably not well maintained.
Okay, it also might mean that the bridges are unstable, so we're gonna have to be careful.
Correct. They don't look like they're about to fall apart, but they certainly look a bit ratty. Like Robin, when you first investigated, from what you can see visually, they look stable enough to hold the party, no issue. But you might not want to go treating them like trampolines.
So left or right?
Somebody flip a coin.
Left is odds.
Actually, Amelia will send Annika ahead since she doesn't really disturb bridges in general, to scout out and see what is over here.
Okay. Roll me a perception check for Annika, please. And since she was an elf, a half elf, I'm just gonna say she has dark vision as a specter. Some familiars do, some don't, but you know. She actually finds as she gets across, it's fairly well hidden from dust and disuse. But there is, if I can get to my mask layer. Whoa, I almost deleted the whole mask. That's not what I want to do.
No, it's okay.
There is a door right there. It's very hard to see, especially in the dim light, because it must not have been used in a very long time. It's covered in dust.
And it's just like a wooden door?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You do point out, not Annika would notice, there is a steady stream of water that runs out from under the door. There's like a trough almost that comes out from under the door and pours off the edge into the sea below. And with that perception check, I'll tell you, not the cleanest water.
Okay. Okay, so crinkling her nose a little bit, Annika will come back and to the group she will relay what she's seen. Well, actually no, first she'll check over here as well.
Gotcha.
To see if this is worth pursuing at all.
Go ahead and roll me another perception check.
Okay.
It's a
No,
ghost.
like a
I don't think
trampoline.
she could if she wanted to.
Nope. Other perception.
Wow.
Nice. I'll take it.
On this side over here.
Yeah, nice rolls.
Yeah. On this side over here, you see solid wall. However, on the very end, you see an alcove that has several tools and bits of rope. It looks as if this is a store bin or storeroom of planks of wood and bits of rope, things that would be used to repair the piers. And you also see a small pathway that leads down, back down to, well, here, let me get out of mask mode for a second. This pier right here that leads further down and actually to the water, looks like there might be a place for a boat, though you don't see one at the moment.
Okay. So kind of an escape hatch type deal.
Possible. Hard to tell.
Cool. So yeah, in that case, at this point, she would come back to the group and relay what she has spotted.
And I should note as well, Robin, because I didn't actually tell you the distance to the water. It's not very far. It's maybe a 15-foot drop. The water itself, though, like I said, could be very deep.
Okay. Already ironed it up.
So Annika comes back, and I assume she would relay this information to everyone.
She'll let them know about the distasteful waterfall that's taking place over to the right, and the storage area with repair thing to the left, and that there is apparently a spot for a boat down below.
You also notice, I should say, while you were over there, the ocean water seems to continue on this direction, but it continues on under the wall, as if the cave continues. But you'd have to go underwater to see where that goes.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
Out of
feel like-
curiosity, does anything set off Aras's detect magic in
No.
this room?
No, nothing in this room. You haven't seen any magic since the alarm on the gate.
Anybody feel like being a completionist and want to use our water breathing thing to go see what's under the wall?
I don't need to breathe. Rhea, would you hold my stuff?
I mean, wouldn't Annika also be able to go underwater?
I would say no, simply because she is treated as a familiar, and you'd have to actually... I could say if you recast her, perhaps, but she's not generally a familiar that can fly and swim.
Maybe we should tie a rope around you, Robin, in case the current's super strong or something.
I'm worry not. All kinds of unsavory things live in the waters around Corvus.
Robin is gonna get out a grappling hook and some silk rope. And he's going to hook the grappling hook and then hand that end, the remaining part of the rope, to probably Rhea, who's still holding his bag, because he doesn't want to take her off because Miri's being the strong one.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's gonna nod to Rhea like, you got this, right?
Perhaps we want to move closer.
Yeah, I was
Don't
going to
know how
say,
long
you
the
guys
rope
might
is.
want to move your tokens out of the, actually over to where you would be, because...
Probably not the best idea for me to move mine, because I'm looking at the stream for it, and
Yeah,
it just
sure.
came back
I
on
can-
fuzzy.
I can move yours. You'd be right next to
There we
Robin
go.
right now.
Yeah.
Or
'Cause it
do we
was-
want to cross the bridge and try this over there?
Sure. Yeah. Better be closer, you're right. Moves with Rhea.
Rhea moves with you. Aras, I'd like you to stop.
Okay. I was
As-
gonna go as well because I was gonna look.
No, I understand. No. Stop right where you are. That's fine. But as you're crossing the bridge, Robin and Rhea cross, and Aras, you cross as well. And as you get to the other side, there's suddenly an explosion of motion and water as an enormous reef claw bursts out of the water. Much bigger than that.
God damn it.
Robin starts laughing.
And I would like you all to roll initiative, please. Ah,
Oh,
so
God.
so close to Robin going in the water.
That's amazingly hilarious. He's cracking up.
I was just like, Robin's going in the water. Do you want to cross the bridge first? Ah, fine.
Amelia, you are standing next to Mary as you hear her mutter under her breath. Yep, there it is.
Amelia just sighs.
Charge complete.
I'm wondering, how is Baboom handling all of this? Like, we are
Just-
dealing with this like, yeah, there it is. is.
Yeah, he's just he's been quietly watching the whole time. Let me go ahead and roll initiative for Baboom.
Well, Ross is going to start walking up the walls as soon as possible.
Baboom, I'm just gonna do this because I don't know where you're. Oh, Baboom, no.
Nice.
Baboom was not paying attention.
That thing came busting out of the water, and he was just like, "Holy!"
I'm gonna take Portly and Annika off the chart. Have you rolled initiative for Kitty?
No.
Well, Annika acts on her own turn anyways, so.
Correct. Oh, well, okay.
I
Let
thought
me
you just
put her back
wanted
on
me to
there.
put- Okay.
Yeah. I need Annika. So here, let me put Annika back on there.
Oh, shit.
Why can't I put Annika? Oh, I did twice. Whoops.
Well done.
Thank you.
Also, Squee, I sent you a thing whenever you get a chance.
Did you?
Here, I'll just re-roll, and you can pull that for her. Oh, man, twins.
5 for Annika. Gotcha.
Rolling low as hell.
Give me a second, everyone. Oh, can I move this? Good.
I think you have Majenko on the turn order before you have me.
Correct. That would make your second attack null and void, unless you attacked first and then threw.
That's kind of shitty. Okay.
Well, it needs time to return to you, so...
Right, no, I got it. How close is this thing to us, though?
Pretty close. It pops up right above, in between, like, where the broken bridge is, right on the ledge, right there. Not on the ledge, but in front of it. Majenko... Let me roll his initiative for him. Oh, gosh.
Does he not go on my turn?
Familiars
I'm
we've
saying
rolled are...
I'm saying he's already on the turn order. You've got a pseudo dragon up there above
Right.
Rhea.
I know. We need to solidify. If Annika goes on her own turn, then so would Majenko and Erdegar.
Gotcha. Okay.
Or we can decide right now, or they go on your turn. I'm fine with either, but we should choose one.
I prefer my turn.
Yeah, that's just easier to keep track of for me.
You okay with that, Elora?
That's fine. The main reason I like them having their own turn is because that way I actually remember to utilize.
I will do my best to remind you.
Okay.
Right.
I'm assuming that goes for Kitty as well.
Yes, correct. So here, let me just there. All right, perfect. Good, great, grand, wonderful. Rhea, this big monster, this enormous creature, bursts out of the water directly in front of you, Robin and Ross. But you are all on edge. You are all ready, and you get the first action.
Alright, and this thing is close enough for me to actually reach?
Yes.
Or no?
Correct, it is.
Alright. Okay.
It's
2 attacks.
its scaly hide is slick with the water, and its claws are reaching up above you. They're enormous. All right.
That's
first
fun.
attack is a 16. That is a miss. Go ahead and target it, and then attack.
I can't.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it manually. That is also a miss. Your rapier just slides off of its tough hide.
I get to do so much. This is great.
I'm sorry. Anything else for your turn?
Fucking not yet, I guess.
All right. Robin.
Yeah. Robin is going to use his dagger. Give me just one.
Of course.
make sure that is a bonus action. Nope, using an action. Robin is going to disengage and take a step back. And he's going to use his action to coat his dagger with the black poison.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
That's it.
Aras.
Aras is going to start walking up the wall because she wants to put as much distance between this creepy thing and herself. And then she's going to.
All right,
shoot
just
for
to let
thunder.
you know, if you do that without disengaging, you'll take an attack of opportunity. Its attacks have a range of 10 feet. As this thing is huge.
Okay, that's fine. And disengage
Is an action.
An action?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's fine. I will just disengage and start walking up the wall.
Okay. How far up the wall do you want to get?
As high as I can.
So
So
say
that
30
would be
feet?
20.
Oh,
No,
25.
oh, wait. Well, I had to step 5 feet back, so
Right.
25 feet.
So 25 feet. Gotcha.
Mhm.
You're 25 feet up the wall. Nice. What about Kitty?
She will stay where she is. I mean, she'll kind of like move up on this island, but she's staying with the group.
Okay, understood. Amelia.
Okay, so this thing, fucking huge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. Fuck. She's going to cast. Chill touch, sure. Oh shit.
Wow. Okay. Chill touch. Do you hit a critical with it? And you knock it down? In addition to the critical hit damage, you knock the target prone. Interesting. So, Amelia, you throw out your chill touch and you hit it. Go ahead and do damage.
Oh shit.
25 points. Amelia just rocks this thing with an icy blast, causing it to fall into the water.
I just have to ask, does she squeak when she does it?
Amelia?
No.
Okay. I just imagine her like going, ah! And like seeing this thing and then, sorry.
It
Wow.
just jumps out so fast. She's like, shit.
Just like unleashes way too much power. Yeah,
You know what? Fuck it. It's canon. She just swears and flings down a fucking chill touch.
I have flashbacks of that, what is it, flame strike that just obliterated spiders.
Oh my god.
Annika.
Annika is going to... Annika's gonna die a little bit. She's going to go over and lend aid to Rhea.
Understood.
So,
Rhea, you have aid. The
Somewhere
reef
around here.
claw. The reef claw lets out a shrill scream as it rises back up into the air and focuses on the only person it can attack right now.
and it currently has disadvantage.
On what?
On attacks, it's part of the effective chill touch.
Is it? Hang on.
Yep.
But on a hit,
Nice.
the target takes blah blah blah, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn, and until then, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against until the end of your
Against
next
you.
turn.
It's against you, not against anyone. Though I'm wondering what the spirit of that is. Give me a second here.
Yeah,
Well, no,
that's...
that's only if it's undead.
What?
If you hit an undead target, it also has disadvantage on attack rolls against you.
Oh, well, never mind then.
I can assure you it's not undead.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty sure. Rhea,
No.
this is coming at you. First claw. Oh, hang on. Target you. First claw is a fumble. It completely whiffs. Still, like, you can see it. It tries to hit you, but it spends more of its effort trying to shatter the ice that has formed on it, that it just doesn't even come close. And with its second claw, it swings around and tries to get you. And hits you with a 29. You take 14 points of damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw, please. No. You are grappled and restrained.
Look what you've all done to my child.
As this claw that is the size of Rhea clamps around her and stays there. Murray.
My turn. Okay. Hold on just a second. Mary will go ahead and throw some Sacred Flame at it. And she will add her extra 1d8 of radiant damage.
Okay.
So 3d8 radiant damage.
Okay. Gotcha.
It has to succeed a dex throw.
What are you casting on it?
It was Sacred Flame.
Just target it and cast the spell. It should automatically roll the save.
Oh, hold on.
Control click, and then if you can, let me know if you're having difficulty with that. I don't know if you can see it or
You
not.
linked me back to the map. I've closed out of it.
Oh. Well, here. Let me just do this manually. What does it need to do?
Dex save.
Natural 20.
Oh, okay.
So, does it take anything?
Hold on. The map is taking up my entire screen.
Sacred Flame's a cantrip, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Then no. If it saves, cantrips or savers suck.
Okay. Well,
all right.
whatever.
Anything else, Murray?
That's it.
Okay. What about Majinko? He has a sting.
I'm not gonna throw him at this thing. Sorry, y'all. Nothing for now.
Got you. Ba-boom. Let's see if there's anything you can do. Not really. Sorry, I'm looking real quick to see if there's anything you can do to help you out. I don't see anything per se.
No, this is fine.
All right.
Well,
This is par for the course today.
Actually, there is something he can do. Yeah. He's going to cast Guidance on you, Rhea. If you try and make a check, I don't know, like maybe trying to break a grapple or something, you can add a d4 to it.
Cool.
So he will cast Guidance, and he will, of course, move up to about here. I mean, he could damage it, but, you know, there you go. Rhea, it's your turn. You are currently grappled and restrained, and you start to feel this claw squeeze your armor.
So, this... Yeah, no.
Oh, No, even with the guidance.
Do I still get to attack?
Yeah. Yeah, when you're
Okay.
grappled, you still have no disadvantage against attacking. You just can't move. You're also restrained, but same thing.
Oh, well, Annika's giving her help anyway.
Yes, roll one more time because your first attack has advantage. Oh, actually, she would have given you advantage on that strength check if you wanted to make that.
Ooh, yeah.
And also, you made a strength check, so you can't attack. That takes an action.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
that
so
I
roll
can't-
your strength check again, though, because Annika's there to help. Add a d4. No, sorry.
Just fuck me, I guess.
Sorry.
This is fine.
Robin, you can still go swimming.
Yeah, Robin is extremely irritated at this point. 5, 10, he's going to leap on top of the creature.
Okay. Roll me
I would like to leap on and stab.
Yes, roll me a free acrobatics check. It won't take an action or anything. I just want to see how well you do your leaping.
Not well.
Well enough. You're on it, but this thing is super slippery, so you're tenuous at best. What I'm going to say is that next round, or if it moves or something, you'll have to roll a save to stay on it. Make sense? But for the moment, you can attack at will.
Okay. I'm going to put my dagger of venom into it.
Wow.
And I'm going to try and keep it in it.
Wow. Okay, so you hit it. You critical pressure point. In addition to the standard critical damage, the target is paralyzed for 1 round. Please roll damage, and in double the dice that you would roll for the poison you put on it as well.
Oh my. Okay, I'm not sure how to do all that.
So all you need to do is roll the damage. It'll handle the critical itself, and then we just may need to roll the poison separately. So 7,
Okay.
and then how much is the poison?
It is 2d10.
Okay, roll 4d10 for me. Okay, so Robin jumps on the reef claw, and you just dig the dagger into its eye, and it shrieks in pain as the poison runs into a system. Does the poison have any additional effect, or is it just damage?
Wait. It has to do a Constitution saving throw or take the poison.
Oh,
So
I
become
see.
poisoned For 1 minute. Yeah.
Wow. It has an amazing
Okay.
constitution, but it rolled really badly. And what happens to it? Takes the damage in what?
It takes the damage and is poisoned for 1 minute.
Which means it has disadvantage on all its attacks unless it can somehow shake the poison, which it can't for a minute. That is
Also-
really good.
Sneak attack?
Yes, Rhea is threatening it,
I should have clicked on these things. This is
and you
fine.
double the sneak attack. Holy crap! Jeez, okay.
It took my wife.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You
You're at
can
5.
keep her.
You're at 5d6 for sneak attack right now.
No, it can't keep my wife.
So
I'm at 5d6. Yeah.
yeah. So hang on. Let me add the 43 damage to the 16 and the 7. Sorry, just for my own. That's 66 points of damage, and it's paralyzed for a round, and it's poisoned for a minute. Oh, good.
That's my wife.
It's not looking so hot. Jesus, Robin. And with that,
One more thing.
uh-huh.
My off.
I'm sorry?
Did I use an offhand?
No, you did not.
No.
That was just your one. So please attack again.
My dagger's reset, so let me see if I can move. There we go. I think I can. In 1 sec, I edited my daggers and now I need it
Sure.
offhand so I don't roll. That should work. That's not what I meant to roll. See if this works now.
That is a miss,
Okay.
unfortunately. But, I mean, 66 points of damage. And because your dagger's buried in its eye, you will have advantage on any sort of dexterity check you might need to make to stay on it.
Wonderful.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do, Robin?
Nope. Give me back my way.
If you're done fucking up my monster.
I'm done.
Ross, it's your
It's like my
turn.
one good time in this moment. Just yeah.
Ross is going to like take a second and go, "What the hell?" and then aim for the other eye. Misses. She's gonna do with her second barrel as well.
Gotcha.
Oh
Oh,
fuck!
I'm sorry. This hide is way
Nope.
too tough. Your bullet hits, but it bounces off.
She was just in shock at how much damage Robin had done. She's in total awe of him right now. And Kitty is going to run up and attack the tendril that is
The claw.
holding Rhea.
Gotcha. Go ahead and attack with Kitty.
And Kitty has. Well, does Kitty have advantage right now? Because there is an ally for pack tactics. If
Oh
they show
yeah,
an
yes, then
ally
absolutely. There's at
within-
least one. There's two, technically. So yes, Kitty would have advantage for pack tactics. And she'll need it. And she gets it.
23.
Yeah, Kitty sinks her metal teeth into the claw, doing 7 points of piercing damage.
I guess
Okay.
it doesn't matter. The target's already paralyzed. Prone wouldn't matter.
Correct.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Amelia.
Boy, howdy. Wow. Okay. Everyone just fucking this thing up.
And what I'm gonna say is like the paralyzed for a round from the pressure point is it is in such pain right now that it's just shrieking and unaware of the world around it at the moment.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so try this then.
That is a
20.
hit. And jeez, max damage. Is that max damage? Or there's no, it's 2d10. Almost. 16,
No, it's 2d10.
16 points of fire damage to it as you hit it in the side, just adding to its torment. Anything else?
Annika will continue. Actually, no, she'll give aid to Robin.
Got you. Okay.
No, wait,
Robin.
no, I lied because Rhea is still grappled, right?
Correct.
Okay, I thought you got out of it for some reason. No, she'll keep giving her aid for that.
Got you. Okay. Reef Claw thinks about its life choices. Weary.
Good lord.
Yeah.
I don't think I can follow up that act actually. Oh. Christ.
You guys have done 94 points of damage in 1.5 rounds.
It took our tank.
I understand.
It can keep it.
No, it can't.
Rhea, cast ward. Alright, Murray, sorry. Whoa, I almost fell out of my chair.
I'm gonna put the ring on the crab.
Still about the ring? Oh my god, he'll put on the ring! I'm sorry.
You're not the only one.
Oh, man. Murray?
How far away is Robin?
From you?
Yes.
25 feet.
I can't tell. Oh, sick. Okay.
We'll say 30, given that he's probably a couple feet above you.
Okay, so Rhea is further away than 30 feet.
Yes, Rhea is 35 feet. You can move if you want.
Oh, I can't see where.
Yeah, I can.
I
can.
can't
You
see.
can.
I don't know
so
where the edge of the map is.
without getting on the bridge, you can move up 10 feet. If you want to get out on the bridge, you can move up as close as you want.
Let's see here. Does guidance? How long does guidance last?
For 1 minute until they use it.
Okay. You think that would stack with bless?
Yes. Well,
Sick.
no, because Bless does different things than Guidance. Bless gives you a d4 on your attack and saving throws. Guidance gives you a d4 on your checks.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. Larry will step forward a little bit. I'm trusting somebody else to take me forward about 10 feet.
I will do so. You're on the edge.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. We're gonna Sacred Flame again, so it has to make a dex save.
Understood.
And for some reason, its token is not showing up for me at all, so I can't target it.
That's fine. I got it. And you're doing Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
How does one cast spell again?
Oh, who knows?
So you click on the little magnifying glass next to
Gotcha.
the spell, and yep,
Cast. He fails.
fails.
He's got amazing
Spectacularly.
he's got amazing stats, but he's really sucking tonight. So he takes
He's having a bad time.
Oh, I
man.
rolled.
That's fine. That's fine.
There you
So he
go.
takes
13
13 points of damage.
And then as her bonus action, she will cast Bless on Robin, Rhea, and who else is closest? Amelia.
Yay.
Okay. All right, Majenko.
Boy. Robin has his familiar with him right now, right?
Erdegar is around somewhere.
He was searching around the cave. He's definitely not on Robin and probably somewhere far away and safe and out of combat.
Okay, Majenko will fly over to Robin and provide any aid he needs.
Got you. Robin, a pseudo dragon, flies up next to you as well as well. To be fair though, Annika is already next to him providing aid.
Oh, I thought Annika was providing aid to Rhea.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
Annika's
that's right. That's
giving
right. Yeah,
Rhea aid
you
right
you
now.
adjusted.
Yep.
I'm sorry. You're correct. So, Robin, you have a pseudo dragon next to you to grant you aid. Baboom is really worried about Rhea, so he's gonna cast guidance on you again, as that claw looks nasty. Rhea, it's your turn.
That was barely a dent. I'm fine. Let me tank. Ah,
I mean, you are tanking, just to be fair, right now.
fuck.
Oh my god, Rhea, no! Roll me a roll me a d4. Well, no, that still wouldn't be enough.
A 15 wouldn't be enough.
No,
Oh
it's
boy.
it's a 18 escape.
I just live here now. Just let me make a new character.
Wow.
Rhea, I'm sorry. Robin, your turn.
Yeah. Can't really do much about it. I'm gonna stab more.
Okay. That's a hit.
Main hand.
With the sneaky attack.
And don't forget you have aid from
Oh, it
Majenko.
didn't work. I clicked it. It didn't do it.
That's fine. Just go ahead and roll it all at it. Uh, 16. Go ahead and also attack again, just in case you get a crit, because you do have aid from Majenko. No, that's fine though. That can be your offhand if you want.
Sure, I'll take it.
Well, give me a second here.
It's one less. On my own.
Not necessary. How do you want to kill it? Sneak attack was enough.
You know, I just want to stab the crap out of its eye and go down with it if I have to. I am just going to beat the hell out of it until it drops Rhea, since I need to save her, and that's
Okay.
the most important thing in my head.
So Robin just like starts pummeling, like working on the eye socket over and over until you smash the eye. You pierce the back of the socket into the skull. Every time your dagger sinks deeper and deeper, and the reef claw starts to shudder, and in a death frenzy, its claws strike at Rhea one last time, as it's basically just thrashing at whatever's next to it. Whoops, just the one. What was that?
It dropped
Dropped
to
a
5.
5.
And it should be at a disadvantage, actually. So 5 plus 10 is 15. That's not enough to hit Rhea. But Rhea, you do take 8 points of constriction damage as it like shudders as the death blows take it down. And then with a final shudder, the claw slips from Rhea and it starts to fall. Robin, roll me a dexterity saving throw. Yeah, it's disappointing. This thing was a beast, and you guys slaughtered it.
Take me with you.
Robin, you're going for a swim.
Robin clings onto it and continues stabbing as he sinks into the water.
You guys see Robin
mean-
fall with it into the ocean.
He's tied to a rope that Rhea had, right? Could she
Yeah.
grab the rope and yank his ass back up?
Yeah, she can. So, I mean, he'll still hit the water. And I just imagine, I have this image of, like, even underwater, Robin still just stabbing.
Like he gets pulled away a couple feet and starts swimming towards it angrily to stab it again, but then like it starts getting jerked back. He's like, alright, crosses his arms.
This thing.
I just wanna fuck my life.
This thing is supposed to run away when it has 20 hit points left. It never even got the chance. Holy hell. Well done, everyone. You fucked up an enormous reef claw. Wow.
And we'll do it again, just later.
Yeah, Amelia, you're standing next to Mary as she looks over the edge and watches this thing sink. And there's silence until Robin breaks the surface. And as soon as he does, you see her sit back and give a sigh of relief. And then you see her switch from relief to sort of vague interest as she watches the shadowy form sink to the bottom. Quite a pity we won't be able to retrieve any of it. I'm sure it would have made an excellent soup.
Do you want me to go back down?
No,
Amelia
Robin.
just shakes her head.
Rhea just yanks the rope again.
Yeah, no, Robin. I think that's enough close encounters with the wildlife of Corvosa today.
So we're not gonna check under the wall? Just making sure.
Oh no, I'm going back in. I just need to make sure she's okay, and points up to Rhea, who's still pulling him up.
I'm fine.
Amelia's gonna do an insight check. Because she doesn't believe her.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Amelia believes her! Jesus Christ, what the fuck?
She's fine. She's just being treated like a child. Jesus Christ, you guys.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Your friends want to protect and save your life. How horrible.
Yeah.
Terrible. No good, very bad.
Rhea, lower me back down.
Oh, wait, sorry.
If this was
I was
any
thinking,
other
like, Robin wants
character, I
another
would've just
piece.
dropped the rope.
Robin wants another piece.
Christ.
No, I'm serious. We should probably just get a quick look under the wall. It'll only take me a moment.
She'll just get back to the edge with the rope just look
Kitty-
down at the water.
Kitty will also help to anchor the rope.
Got you. Robin, roll me an athletics check for climbing, though it's an incredibly easy DC. You just have to hit 5 with the rope and them helping.
Yeah. Here's the other question.
Mhm.
Does my magic item assist?
Probably, though off the top of my head I don't remember exactly what it does.
Gloves of swimming and climbing?
Yes. Then I don't know if that helps with climbing, though. It's kind of vague.
Yeah. Maybe that. Okay,
Yeah, it
right.
definitely
So,
would. Give me a
plus
second.
5 to what I
Oh,
rolled.
I'm not gonna make you roll then, because skill checks don't have critical fails. So even if you rolled a 1, you'd still be fine.
Okay, good. Just in case.
Yeah, no, you expertly make your way down the side of the wall. Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Technically, these perception checks would be with disadvantage because in complete darkness, dark vision still acts as dim light. But close enough.
Hey, real quick.
Yes.
You do have a familiar on your shoulder providing you aid who has blind sight.
Well, blind sight.
My raven? Oh,
Majenko. So I will say yes, Majenko will definitely help. So we'll take the 15. Though to be fair, blind sight wouldn't help with what he's doing. He's literally perceiving through eyes. But Majenko also has eyes, so we'll take the 15.
okay.
Robin, you look at it, and this looks like unworked stone. It seems to be a natural formation. Whether through luck or providence, the manor seems to have been built on top of an underground sea cave system. And what you're looking at is just natural stone. There are no glyphs or traps or markings of any kind down here.
Okay. So it becomes solid, you're saying. It doesn't go further in. It's just
You
Or
mean
yes.
under? So are we talking? Are we talking about up? Oh, sorry. Excuse me. We're talking about up here.
yeah. Correct.
Oh no, it does. Well, it doesn't go further in so much as come. It does go further in, but the water is working against you. As the water ebbs and flows. How long is the rope?
50 feet.
You swim 50 feet underneath. You don't have to breathe, right? You swim 50 feet in the total darkness, your dark vision granting you some aid. It's very rocky. It's very dangerous if you can't see.
Use dancing lights to improve my vision.
Understood. You using your gloves as well to kind of help you dodge the sharp rocks. You can tell that this is a natural underwater cave that leads deeper, though you swim up to 50 feet of the rope and you can tell it goes on much further.
Does it seem like it goes in the direction of the Arconas, or does it seem like it might meander off other ways?
It seems like it might meander off.
Okay. I return. Rhea, you can pull me up. There's nothing down there. It's a cave system. It probably doesn't lead to anywhere we want to go.
I need to make a check to pull him up.
No.
Okay.
With Kitty helping you with advantage. I mean, go ahead and do the check with advantage, by all means. Let's see how well you pull him up. But it's not going to be a...
What would it be?
fail.
Just
Athletics.
strength or athletics?
Just athletics, yeah.
Okay.
Can I argue that I'm only like 100 pounds and she has my bag?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not... There's no chance of her failing. I'm just curious how well she does it. Robin, it's like an elevator.
Nice.
Just steady pulling. Like, not only is it's not a jerking motion like you'd expect. Rhea somehow, like, continues with one hand overlapping the other. It's just a steady rise until you get to the top and clamber on top. You do know that as you swim back, you're swimming through the blood of the reef claw that has settled You can see that the water goes about 30 feet below, and it has hit the bottom there.
Okay. Little nervous that might attract things, but I get back up. I'm gonna do a quick medicine check on Rhea to make sure she's not dying
Oh
of
my
any
God.
sort of wounds, which is horrible. She might be dying.
Take advantage because Mary will help you.
Just gonna
Okay.
fucking lay on hands myself. I'm fine.
She's dying. Robin,
Robin, buddy.
Robin, buddy.
You know what it is?
Oh.
You know what it is? Robin sees like a scratch and like must assume it's an arterial cut or something.
Oh my God.
Man.
Got you, Rhea. You lay on hands. How much do you use to heal you back up to full?
Not all the way. I'll take 18 back.
Gotcha. So you're still down 4.
Mm-hmm.
All things considered,
Oh,
you guys got through there
actually-
very unscathed.
I'm sure this is only the first trial of many.
Nah, you got this. That was the boss.
Mm-hmm.
Rhea,
Yeah.
I just want to note, as you all you pull Robin up and you clamber, and the quiet kind of sinks back over the cave, the card in your mind starts spinning faster. It's getting hard to ignore now. It's not distracting you, but it's present.
Mm-hmm. Fairly certain it's one of 3 people. So, see how that goes.
So,
Also, I had an unrelated question real quick.
mm-hmm.
I'm sure that crab just absolutely fucked up my paint job. Am I able to use bending on that?
Yes, though to be fair, it didn't. You didn't mess it up that bad. It grabbed you around the waist and clamped on, meaning it didn't really like scratch your armor. It just dented it a little. So the paint job's actually pretty okay. Like it wasn't a
I missed
slashing
the
attack.
flowers and everything.
Yeah, I mean it did get some of the flowers off. You're gonna have to repaint those on.
So I'll just fix what I can.
Sure. Though mending takes you 10 minutes. Do you want to take 10 minutes down here?
It's just 1 minute.
Is it 1 minute? Oh, well then, yeah, by all means.
Oh, that's still
Yeah.
a minute though, so fuck it, we'll just keep going.
Waste of time, right? Poor
Oh.
bear rats.
Okay. Which by now, this would be just over that 10-minute mark.
Is detect magic still on Ross?
Ross, how long does that
Or
last
what?
for?
10 minutes. But would I've been able to see anything? Because I came over a lot.
Yeah,
earlier
no.
ago.
So with the spell still in hand, you're on the wall and all that. No, you do not detect any magic of the sword right now. Nothing on the door, nothing on the wall, nothing behind anything that you can tell. Even the reef claw was just a giant reef claw.
Robin, you still want to check it for traps?
Absolutely.
Robin,
Mhm.
you start examining the dust-covered door, and you notice as you very carefully poke and prod. If you could, because every method's different, what is Robin's method for checking for traps, especially on doors and the like?
Oh man.
Don't say touch it.
No. The first thing he does is probably blow the dust around it to make sure that there's no thin, tiny little wires around where he approaches it. Then he probably, carefully using his height, which is ridiculously lovely, stands up and kind of follows along the entire frame of the door, and then looks underneath it, focuses in on the actual knob itself, any sort of lock, and occasionally even looks under it with a mirror from his thieves' tools.
Gotcha. As you're examining the door and you blow the dust off, you notice very fine strands of what looks to be incredibly thin wire running back and forth across the seam of the door and the door frame, almost like someone sewed the door to the door frame with very thin wire.
Are you kidding?
It doesn't look magical. You've never seen this exact trap before, but you understand the principle of it. It's very hard to detect, very hard to see, and the idea is that if someone opens it, the force would be enough to snap them, but it's tricky to disarm.
All right, yeah, this is definitely trapped. He points it out and is
So,
devastated.
oh no, go ahead. Sorry, I have an out of character question.
No, ask it.
So I'm curious. There's no alarm on the door. It's not magical in any way.
Correct.
So, is the purpose of a trap like this just to see if somebody has come through here?
I don't know. I mean, I know, but I can't just tell you that. There's many
Okay.
reasons it could be there. Without knowing the minds of the Arconas, it's hard to tell.
Okay, so safe to assume just like maximum pain and anguish. Gotcha.
I'm gonna tell everyone to back up from the door. Like, out of 10 feet.
Ross, you're like 30 feet above it, so...
And then...
Yeah, I was gonna say she's still up on the wall.
Yeah.
Rhea.
Do you want to pull?
What?
A 10-foot pull before you touch the door with your hand.
Oh, no, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to use magic to touch it.
Oh, okay.
Does Rhea back up?
Robin, you do know as well that you could conceivably disarm it. It just would be tricky. But you have the skill.
I'm gonna try. I just don't want them near it.
I understand.
I can use my thieves' tools with my mace.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it just took me a second to grasp that when you said I'm going to touch it with magic. I was like, okay. But no, I see what you're saying. By all means.
Is there any way Aras could aid Robin?
There are one of two ways that you could aid, theoretically. And I'll leave that up to you. You can try and aid him with the disarm. After all, you're a Ross, you have tools. You can, if Robin points it out, you can try and work on it together. Or you can try and set up to maybe aid him with some sort of saving throw, like, yank him out of the way or help him get advantage on like a save if the things go bad. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I was thinking on aiding about the disarm check.
Absolutely. If Robin,
If I'd seen
if you guys work
something like
together,
that. Yeah.
like if you approach it from the top and Robin approaches it from the bottom, sure, I'd give aid. I'd give advantage on that.
Real quick. Rhea will pull out her pan flute and play a quick, small little melody and grant inspiration to Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
D6.
And Aras will also cast guidance.
okay,
Because I'm assuming detect magic has already ended
failed.
by now.
Yeah, it's fizzled. So Robin, you, gosh, I don't remember how to do this. It's been so long. You use your thieves' tools, so it'd be sleight of hand with proficiency, though I think you already have proficiency in sleight of hand.
My sleight of hand and my.
So basically, just roll like sleight of hand with advantage, and you have a D4 to add onto that, and you can use inspiration if you need to. Okay, so 18, add a D4.
Oh man.
So 20. Do you want to use your inspiration?
Oh yeah, she gave it to me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it
I
got tied to the
should-
thing.
I should let you guys know that for my inspiration, you can use it for ability checks, attack rolls, saving throws, and healing and damage dice.
All right,
Nice.
Robin,
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
nice.
you needed a 20. You're good. You
Oh,
and
that's
Aras slowly find the ends of the thin metal wire, and you're able to not cut it, but untie it so that each side gets slack. And then you very slowly, very carefully, over the course of 4 minutes, pull the thread out of the door and successfully disarm a trap. And as you pull the thread out, the handle of the door falls to the floor, and as it falls to the floor, you can see that there are dozens of tiny little needles that were in spring contraptions designed to shoot out in all directions if those seals were broken.
I hold my hand out to Ross to shake it.
Ross will shake his hand. Good job.
Smile.
In the background, you hear very soft clapping as Mary applauds you both.
All right. And then I mage hand it open. Wait, I'm gonna investigate it one more time because I'm terrified of it. And we did good work. I mage hand it open.
You all slide the door open. Un momento, por favor. And you see a simple chamber containing a bed and a number of shelves carved into stone walls. All manner of animal figurines, some crude and carved of wood, others exquisite, sculpted from stone or even metal, decorate the shelves. A heap of raw materials for crafting more animals lies against the western wall. On the far corner, the upper left corner, you see a winding staircase that rises up to a trapdoor above you. And the roof of the room is made of high-quality wood.
Probably right above here.
I'm gonna be quiet.
Okay. You quietly step into the room. Nothing happens.
I wait.
Let's see here.
Can I roll a quick perception check? Can I poke my head into the room real quick and
Yeah, by all
make a
means.
quick perception check?
I mean, you guys can. We can say once the trap's disarmed and the door's open, you guys can cross the bridge, and get over to where you need to be. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage, please. Well, unless you want someone to aid you,
Why disadvantage?
because you guys are in complete darkness.
Mm-hmm. I will aid.
Ross,
Robin get rid of his dancing lights?
They're around Rhea at the moment.
Oh.
So
Yeah, he's right behind me.
yeah, so honestly, if Rhea goes into the room, it'll cast light on everything, but outside of the room, it's not helping you much. But the point is, there's enough people to aid you. You don't have to roll a disadvantage. Just roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. What are you looking for exactly, do you think?
She's listening. mostly for any the ceiling is wood, so any creaks, any footsteps, any
Gotcha.
even breathing.
You do not hear anything. But as you poke your head in and you're observing, you do notice several of the figurines are exquisitely crafted and probably very valuable. Especially, there are 3 that kind of catch your eye. Even as you're listening, they kind of draw your eyes to it. There's a 1-foot-long blue coral gecko, an exquisitely crafted fire-pelt cougar made from redwood, and a gold flame drake with tiny pearls in its eyes. They'd probably be worth quite a penny.
Who all in the group has detect magic? I've used it, Ross has used it, who else has
I
it?
do.
And so does Baboon.
Yeah. Mary will lean over very quietly and whisper to Rhea, would you mind checking for magic in this room?
Give me one
I
second. Yeah, I'm gonna see if detect magic goes through the door, because Ross may have already been able to tell that.
1 foot of stone, 3 feet
It's
of
like
wood.
it's like 3
Oh
feet
yeah,
of
you're
wood.
fine. Yeah, there's no magic in that room.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah, Ross did not feel anything past that door.
Okay.
Are any of the little figurines like a fox or a butterfly?
There is a fox. It's made out of what looks like white oak. It doesn't seem to be, while it's exquisitely crafted, it doesn't seem to have the same monetary value that maybe the other ones would bring, but it's very well done.
Ross will pick it up.
All right.
I'd like to just go over the other one. Just because now I'm paranoid.
If you guys would like them, there they are.
One
They are
fucking
not.
gecko.
They are not magical. And with all the rolls you guys have been making, like these don't seem to be trapped. They seem to just really be exquisitely crafted figurines. Whoever stayed in this room, had immense skill at this.
With my perception check, can I tell, is there any dust on these? How long have they been down here? Are they have they been untouched for a while?
No dust. They given how dusty the sewers and the caves are, it's likely that someone's here at least on a weekly basis, if not a daily. But there's no one at the moment. The bed is also well made, but also looks well used.
I have a weird question.
Yes.
It's a very weird question. Robin would like to mosey over and sniff the bed.
That is a weird that's a weird thing to do. Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to see if he could recognize the smell. He stood pretty close to certain individuals. He just wants to check. It's just weird. Seems like a place that someone would huddle up to do creepy magic or something.
Roll
Sleep
me
at
a perception check. No disadvantage or anything because you're using smell, not eyes. It's an unfamiliar scent. It's not human or elf or dwarf or gnome or halfling. Anything like that. Whatever it is, whoever lives here, you've never smelled that person before. Perhaps it's one of the races that are less common.
I commit it to memory.
Okay. So, if you guys want to take those, they are not trapped. You can safely put them in your inventory. You'd have to take time to appraise them later if you wanted to know what they're worth. You do have a merchant on hand, but you guys are obviously busy. Which, by the way, Baboom is just enamored with these. This is very, very fine crafting. And it's all done with simple tools. Very impressive. It is sad that such evil can generate such good. Well, perhaps I'm getting ahead of myself. Maybe it's a servant.
Weary laughs softly. Just what we need. Servants good with knives.
Well, there seems to be only one direction to go.
If y'all want the carvings, go for it. We're just going to leave them where they are.
Robin will snatch them and put them in Rhea's bag for Rhea to add to her inventory. Or the group inventory for Ross to do.
Yeah.
So who's getting them?
Ross
You,
will,
I think.
will go ahead and grab them, yeah, and just put them in the bag of holding. Since I already put them in the group loot.
Excellent.
All right.
Real quick,
Yes.
can I pull Amelia aside and Robin's gonna be like, hey, a real quick, better safe than never. Just in case, I die in this and can't get back in time. Here. And I'm gonna scroll out a few runes that are written on my bones and be like, start memorizing these. And I'm gonna give her a few seconds to look them over and then I'm just gonna cross them all out.
Oh, okay. What? And would she recognize them from, like, when she showed her his forearm, or?
I don't know. Hopefully.
I mean, they are the same, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. And I guess that would be an intelligence roll to try and memorize?
Yes, please.
Okay.
I'd say with advantage, because you've seen them before.
Okay. 14.
Yeah, you think you got them in your mind. You might want to write them down in the next day or so.
Does she? I think she does. I'm like 90% sure. Nope, never mind. So she doesn't have a journal. I should probably fix that at some point.
Dear diary, Annika is looking over my shoulder.
Yeah, she looks over them, kind of traces like in the air the motions to draw them out, and then when you erase them, she kind of frowns a little bit. There's has to be better times to actually sit down and do this, isn't there?
No, from what I've seen, you guys don't get much breathing time. So we're gonna learn on the go.
She just like starts to say something and then pauses and kind of like, there.
Bows and goes back into the room, staring at Rhea like a puppy.
Alright. So, if you guys are going to go up, how about we take a quick 5-minute break so that I can move your tokens over and grab a quick drink?
Sure.
So, take 5.
Got it.
All right.
Blue, I hate it.
Too bad it's in your brain now.
Uh-huh. Thanks.
What'd you do now?
Don't ask. Oh my god.
I know, when will I ever
Send it
learn?
to you too?
Oh,
No.
just throw it in the group
No,
chat.
just,
throw it in the group chat, Elora.
thing.
Spread the love.
No,
If you
because
throw
I'm
that
not
into the
an
group
asshole.
chat, I will never forgive you.
Yeah, no, I'm not an asshole. Thank you.
It's not that bad, I promise.
I'll be right
I
back,
don't
guys.
think
Yeah. Yeah. Watch me.
Russ,
Yes?
my wife is having a bad day. Can I have the gecko and give it to her?
Yeah.
Excellent. I retrieve the gecko and say it's for Rhea. She was eyeing it. Okay. It's mine.
Greetings.
Hi.
Hello.
I've taken the gecko from Ross.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, I see I see people's messages. Jesus.
That last line, right?
Jesus, wings. Harsh.
Now I'm terrified.
Let me know when everyone's back. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna adopt wings as a rule. When we take breaks, if you all could roll a d20 when you're back and ready to go, that way I can just look at who's rolled d20s. It's a good system that I don't know why I haven't picked up yet. My reef claw.
I'm sorry.
It was fantastic.
I'm not.
Like
My rolls.
It's one of those things as a DM where you're so proud of the group for being so awesome. But also it was a really cool monster. Had 136 hit points and it took less than 2 rounds. No, I think it took exactly 2 rounds. Crazy. Looks like we are waiting on Blue.
What?
Oh, could you roll a d20 for me? We're going to take up Wings' role of rolling d20s.
Okay.
Thank you. All right. So, you all quietly go up the stairs. I'm going to move you to another map in just a second. You all quietly go up the stairs and find yourselves in what looks to be a small antechamber that has a single door. There's no furniture or anything of that nature. It looks like it is a room just simply designed to provide access down to the lower sea cave. The door is open, and you can see inside. I'm going to move you guys to the map of what you see inside. And I'm just going to say, for consistency's sake, of course, be as careful as you want, but there's where you're starting, you don't see any traps or anything of that nature, simply because I have to get you guys on the map. Go ahead and resize it as you need, and readjust yourselves as you need. The door to come in is actually basically where our Ross is standing. And you find yourselves in a comfortable room that is warmed by a large fireplace. Its marble sides and mantle carved into the parade of capering monkeys and tigers. A large sofa is against the north wall, while a few cozy-looking chairs sit to the south. It's a very nice room, very good decor, hand-carved mantle, and there's a fire that warms it. Given that you've been out in the wet and the cold, walking into this room for many of you it just feels very nice. You see not only the fireplace, but several candles lit along the wall that do not give heat. They seem to be a minor magical enchantment.
How nice is the rug?
Very nice.
Are you about to steal it, Robin?
Yeah, Robin looks at Ross and looks at her bag and looks at the rug and looks back at her rug.
You're on like a one-man crusade to furnish the orphanage better. Is that it?
Exactly. We're gonna be having like all the Arcona's furniture.
God.
Ross just
Oh,
kind.
Yeah, narratively, who has dispel or detect magic on right now?
no one.
I think Rhea
Oh.
No,
Oh
no
yeah,
one. No
I
one.
didn't
cast
to do
it.
that.
No one actually cast it because Ross was able to tell that room had no magic in it.
Oh, okay. Whose turn is it? Rhea, you want to do that?
I should also note, as you all filed through the room, Baboon slipped every other remaining figure into his robe somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Ross just kind of shrugs her shoulders at Robin and goes like, "Okay." And they start rolling up the.
Well, I
If-
mean,
after-
Baboon is
yeah.
standing on the rug. Are you going to try and pull it out from under him? Because I
No,
would pay to
Baboon-
see that.
Baboon will actually come over and examine the chairs.
Oh my god.
Oh, Baboon, if you see anything of high value, do let me and Ross know.
Are we talking about
I think you'd have to fight him.
decor?
I think you'd have to
or,
fight him for it.
No, of course not. It's part of the contract. You have first claimed it anything. After all, it wouldn't do to be your attaché if I am stealing treasure from you. No. I will only take the things that you do not want.
Wait, you're stealing things?
No, not at all.
He's.
We are liberating items.
I was saying
Better
that
improve our life.
if you wanted an item and I were to take it from you, I would see that as stealing. I would never do it. So I don't know about Robin, but Baboon was really saying like he didn't want to steal items from you guys, and he feels
Yeah, no,
like,
I've got what
yeah.
I've got that.
Robin got panicked.
I've got both of
because
them.
Rhea
I'm
got-
just
Nope, we're not stealing. These are borrowing. We're going to...
Moira in the background mutters under her breath, "Liberating is the word I used." And Moira will cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Ross chimes up. We're just trying to make sure we know which rooms we've been to.
Ah.
just looks between all of you.
They're
Just
transparent.
so fucking done with everything and just sighs and shakes her head and walks over to whatever door she can find that they haven't come from.
Nope.
You see,
Nope.
real quick, you see the silvery things around you. Those are all windows that look out into the black night as rain pours against them and lightning flashes. I'd like you all to roll me. Well, no, let's just have one person roll perception with advantage. Whoever you would like.
I have a +9. Do you want me to do it?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Miri, as you look outside, when you see small flashes of lightning, you see forms running to and fro. You can't hear anything from the inside. It's quite quiet with the exception of the rain hitting the glass. But it looks like there are images of were-rats and armored troops running to and fro. But at a distance, hundreds of feet away. And you only see silhouettes as the lightning flashes.
Just from what I can see, because I am a medic, and that is the first thing I look for, any dead bodies.
There are a few forms, not many, on the ground, but in the flashes you can't tell. Human, non-human, armored, unarmored, can't tell at this distance, but there are a few unmoving forms.
So you all watch Moiri, and it's almost like the motion catches her eye as she's looking away, and something draws her eyes back to the windows. And abruptly, she'd been in fairly good spirits, watching everybody steal things, which is... She's just trying to stay out of the way, but abruptly something more serious comes over her. We ought to hurry.
Miri, you happen to be standing next to very fine wooden polished doors. Double doors that seem to lead outwards.
Any magic in the room? I did cast that.
No, you detect
Besides
no,
the lights.
Correct, you detect no magic beyond the candles. And those seem to be of a alterations school. It's very clear they're just like cold flame candles.
Gotcha. Moira's also not a very good investigation person, so she's gonna let somebody else look at the door before we go through it.
Rhea?
Rhea's just facing the door, trying her best to ignore everything that's happening in this room.
Gotcha. Amelia, roll me an investigation check. It seems to be untrapped, unmarred by any kind. They are simply fancy wooden double doors.
Moira has a hand out, like about a foot away from the door, and is watching you for your approval.
Robin's gonna give her a mirror and motion for her to look under the door to see if there's anyone in the hall out there.
She will do so.
Okay.
Should I do another investigation, or?
No, I'll let you keep it. You see the hall is well lit. It's kind of hard to see too much with the mirror, but it looks to be a hallway of some kind, with red carpeting on the floor, and you don't see anyone around immediately.
Okay. So she stand back up and hand the mirror back to Robin with a silent thanks, and she will nod to the rest of the group.
And Mary will very carefully open the door.
Okay. You see a very fine hallway. As I explained, there is a red carpet that runs along the center of the floor, and with white porcelain tiles on either side. This is by far, with the exception of Ross and maybe Robin in his long life, the finest house you have ever seen. This is like the Palace of Versailles levels of luxury. To the left on the map, you see a 14-foot tall marble statue of a 6-armed woman with 4 faces on her head, one looking to each of the 4 cardinal directions. It stands under the dome of a colored glass. The statue wields numerous weapons in its 6 hands, and a small kneeler at its base gives a place to pay respects to whatever deity the statue represents. Each of the statue's 8 eyes. Each of the statue's 8 eyes is a sparkling, bright green orb.
Do I sense anything magical about it?
Yes, you do.
Oh, okay. What kind of magic? Yeah, we're about. I was like, that's what I was about to say. I said it's a good time to roll religion.
Yes, all who would like to roll religion. Divination magic in one of its eyes. An eye facing to the left.
Come on, guys.
Facing us?
That's fun. Fuck that.
Mary will immediately pull everyone back and close the door.
But just so you all know, none of you are familiar with whatever deity this represents.
Even Robin?
Even Robin. It must be an exotic religion, one not.
Given that I am from the jungle.
But nope.
Would I not get any advantage on this at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
So the thing is with Murray is that you're very religious to Sarenrae, but it's not like you've traveled the world studying all the different religions.
No, but I have spent a considerable amount of time traveling.
Sure, you have.
Rhea would have spent, not that I need to necessarily argue for anything, so if I don't know, I don't know, but she would have spent, a decent amount of time having to learn different deities, both good and bad.
Yeah, no, I'll let you guys know, it's a very hard check, so it's not something that's supposed to be common.
And Mary will lower her voice and whisper very quietly. The statue outside, immediately to our left. There is divination magic about it. I would not be surprised if it is watching us.
Baboon, you want to charge us a dispel?
I very much can, though I would caution, a manor like this is bound to have such things all over the place. We will exhaust ourselves if we try to dispel every one of them.
What about just becoming invisible?
Would it be able to see through it?
If it is powerful enough, who can say? But it would have to be powerful indeed.
Could we also just identify it? Even to just confirm suspicions?
What's the range on an identify spell?
I think it's touch.
Yeah. Okay.
And it takes a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd have to climb 14 feet of lady to get all the way up there.
Well worth the trip.
Ross has spider climb shoes. She can get up there easily.
I mean, if you really wanted to, you could just, like, we could have one person turn invisible and go up there and put a bucket on its head or something.
I mean, I can cast invisibility on 3 people? Wait.
Well, we should probably
people.
be hurrying anyways.
Yes, that's why I think invisibility.
And Baboom can cast
And-
invisibility on 3.
Where the heck are we going? Do we have any way of figuring out even a direction of where she might be?
Which she?
Well, we have to get to the garden so that we can get to the fountain, so that we can get into the maze. How we get into the maze from the fountain is still a mystery, but you know.
I
One
would
step at a
assume
time.
that the gardens are in more of a central position in this mansion.
Most likely.
So, we can make 5 people invisible, and there's 6 of us.
Open the bag.
Oh, Robin.
There's 7, actually.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Kitty.
Are we
Kitty can
counting?
join
Are
as
we
well.
counting familiars? Because that's like 3 more people.
And Baboon would raise a hand and say, "Your eyes move, but also, if it is just that eye, it's 1 spell versus 2. I'm not sure which one to choose."
But with invisibility, we could at least move around the hallways very quickly and find where we need to go.
Baboom nods. "I will be out of
It
spells.
also might be. Also might be easy to lose track of each other.
We can hold hands, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Robin smiles between Miri and Baboon. Miri,
And-
Baboon.
Baboon
Mary just looks at you blankly.
Baboon pretends not to notice. He says, "I should also inform you that I will be out of spells until I have a chance to rest. If I cast this, it will drain me. But might be well worth it."
Mary sighs. I assume at some point we will be forced to take a rest. At some point in this mansion. I hope only we can find a safe place to do so.
I can do the rope trick again.
We should cover as much ground as we can as quickly as we can, though, while the right rats are out there.
That's why I was thinking invisibility and just kind of sprint as quickly as we can towards where the garden should be.
I agree.
Mary nods. Then, shall we?
Baboon will crack his knuckles. All right. Who wants to be invisible?
Robin gets in the bag.
Oh.
Keeps his hand out.
What
Gonna
about Kitty?
take Kitty with you?
I guess Kitty can't fit in the bag.
Sure, she could. If
Like,
Robin can fit, so can
Below
Kitty.
Robin?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean,
the inside the bag is.
She's gonna be hanging onto his pant leg.
Well, no, she's not. I mean, the thing is that you can be fully in the bag. Someone just has to summon you back out. But the size of the bag is basically like the size of a room. They'd fit in just fine.
okay. Then I'll put Kitty in there. And I'll be like, play nice.
He pets the metal cat lovingly. What?
And I was telling that to Kitty, not to Robin.
Oh.
I mean, you can too. Okay, let's go. Ross will cast invisibility on herself and on Rhea.
Before you do and before we go, do we want to avoid Camille for the time being?
Probably.
Yeah?
Mori takes a deep breath. I think that if Camille wants to find us, she's going to find us. I don't think there's very much we can do about it. But no, I don't think we should seek her out.
No, I'm certain she could, and I don't think we should, but granted, I don't know what sort of defenses she has against different types of magic, but I could, if she has anything on her, attempt to see where she would be.
Would we rather do that with Shala? And help reduce our time?
If she's in a shifting maze, I'm sure they have it warded.
I would say let's just go, and if we run into her, we run into her. I don't know.
Mori nods. I
mean-
think that our best chance of avoiding her is simply to move quickly.
I don't think this is going to be something we get in and get out quickly, so I think we also need to conserve our resources.
She'll just shrug and back up and let you guys do what you're gonna do.
All right. So Kitty's in the bag, Robin's in the bag. Between Baboon and Ross, the rest of you become invisible.
Is
Robin?
somebody going to reach into the bag and hold Robin's hand?
Robin's hand is actually sticking out of the bag.
Oh, well, is somebody
Yeah.
going to hold Robin's hand anyways?
I mean, Ross will have it like the shoulder. I mean, the bag slung over her shoulder, and she can like have the hand on her shoulder.
So
All
wait,
right.
real quick, how many people can Ross turn invisible?
2, and Baboon
2.
can turn 3.
2, okay.
Robin, you feel
Yeah.
something, someone's shoulder.
And Ross will say, if there's danger or I need you, I'll pat your hand. I'll let you know.
All right, I'll leave my hand here then. Just leave his hand carefully on her.
Okay. You guys open the door back up. Invisible. You see the statue again. You see more double doors here. And then the hallway curves around this way.
Does the glowing eye move?
No, it does not.
Mori will lean down and whisper to Rhea. The fewer doors we have to go through, the better, I think. I would take the open hallway.
Murray, as you say that, you get a message in your mind.
Oh.
Murray, we haven't actually spoken before. I'm one of Eris's were-rats. I'm sending you a message. We have successfully attacked both gates, caused a distraction, and I think the Grey Maidens are dedicated to hunting us down. They're chasing us into the city. We are leading them farther away. We'll buy you as much time as we can. I think that was more than 24 words, I'm sorry, but something like
well.
that.
Weary will tip her head up and say, very quietly, "Thank you, all of you, for what you have done. Be safe, please. And, of course, give Eris my best." So I'm sure Rhea, you could probably hear Amelia, or Weary speak to someone. And she will lean in closely. The Werats have not mentioned any Red Mantis assassins. I will assume they are still highly present in this area.
Alright, towards the open hall.
Alright. Rhea?
Yeah.
As you take your first steps into the hall, the cards...
Oh, you guys are letting me go first?
Oh, I mean, are they not?
I don't know. They don't usually.
Yes.
That's actually not true at all. They let you go first all the time.
Bag.
The cards start spinning blindingly fast.
Incoming.
That's fun. If I, like, sort of zigzag a bit down the hall, like when we get close to doors, does it change at all, or is it just continuous?
Nope. Just continuous.
Okay. Is it also, sorry, but is it also, like, faster and faster as I go down?
No.
No?
Just
Okay.
as you stepped in the hall, it just became such a blur that it almost looks like a sphere now.
Okay.
So as I said,
That's great.
you see double doors here, and the hallway curves around over here. Would you guys go left or right?
My vote was to go through as few doors as possible.
Yeah, I think we're going right down the hall.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me a second.
And just let me know if I... Does anybody have to check traps? I don't think I have it prepared.
Oh. No.
No.
Oh.
I really need to go through and, like, get better spells in, because right now it's just all damage.
Hang on. Okay. You guys curve around and see that this looks as though it's the palace entrance. A black marble arch depicting dozens of elephants standing one atop the other frames the great ebony door in the south wall of this wide and airy entrance hall. Above the door, an elephant looks out over the hall, its single eye a glinting bloodstone the size of an apple. Tall windows grant a commanding view of the palace. Of the palace grounds, and a rich red carpet, 10 feet wide and luxuriously thick, provides a pathway between the doors to the west and the north. You see several doors. Slightly down and to your left, you see another set of double doors, large and extravagant, painted with the images of a 6-armed, 4-faced woman who rides a tiger with human hands for feet. And several smaller doors as well. 2 here, and a large set of double doors here, and a smaller door right next to it, right there.
Am I to assume that the bloodstone is magical?
Give me a second. It is magical. Divination.
That's what I thought. Okay, we're putting our trust in invisibility.
Or just running.
That too. But to which door?
Which one looks like it might be an exterior door?
An exterior door? Why are we going out?
Well, you know that
We
this
wanna
one
go-
would lead out to the palace grounds. That's the front door of the palace.
But-
This is the big painted door of the six-armed woman, and then the other doors are fairly unremarkable. To distinguish them from each other.
I felt like the garden was in a courtyard, but maybe I'm wrong about that?
No, the garden is in a courtyard further in the house. It's not outside of the grounds.
Correct. It's an
Or
indoor
outside of
garden.
the house.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is like something towards the, go towards the interior of the house, not the front door exit. So, I mean... Oh, crap.
Down the hall, maybe?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking, into the hall, because I feel like the two double doors with the guard, whatever statue thing is going to be like a main hall chamber for entertaining guests.
All right.
So,
You want to go down the hallway?
yep.
Okay.
Anything else magical that I can feel besides the stone?
Nope.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. Do you want to go through the double doors or the single door off to the side? Or, I'm sure you want to investigate first, probably.
Yeah.
Yup. Amelia, go for it.
Yeah, so if you know what, can Amelia borrow that mirror again?
Mary has one. You can have
Oh.
it.
Well, yeah, so then she'll do some more investigating.
And it'll also help and cast guidance.
Cool. Guidance is a D4. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
So 24.
Yeah.
And you're slipping in under which door?
This one first.
Which one's this one?
The one that I'm pointing at.
I can't see. Oh wait, which? Oh, that one. Gotcha. Okay. You slide the mirror underneath, and you get a pretty good view of the room. Actually, here, let me just do this.
Reveal to me.
Yes.
God. You are going to drive me up the absolute fucking wall. You know that?
Sorry.
A 2 floor to ceiling bookshelves decorate the south and west ends of this chamber, facing a curved north wall on which hangs half a dozen grotesque paintings depicting torture, murder, cannibalism, and even necrophilia. 2 glittering chandeliers hang from the ceiling, providing more than enough lighting to read by for anyone sprawled on the dozens of cushions strewn about the room. There's no one in the room.
Awesome. Cool. So then she will next check out this one, if that is also a door.
It is. roll me another perception. Or investigation, I mean, sorry. Murray,
I'm
yes.
still getting help.
Real quick.
Uh,
Yes, Murray?
there are large windows in this hallway, yes?
The hallway? Yes, like leading out, looking out into the palace grounds.
Yes. Anything outside worth noting?
Nope. Even in the punctuations of lightning, you don't see anything but the silhouettes of trees and grass and walls. No movement of that kind.
Muriel's gonna keep one eye. Well, Muriel's just gonna keep her head on a swivel, but she is going to occasionally check outside. So if there's anything, if you at any point need to make a perception check.
Gotcha. All right. Go ahead. Roll me another investigation with advantage and guidance.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
All right.
16.
Underneath this door, you see a narrow hallway that has stairs that start to curve and lead downwards. Let me reveal just a tad bit. Like that.
Okay. And then she will check in here.
There is nowhere to get a mirror under those doors. That's the big painted doors.
Oh, so
it goes from
okay,
the floor
so-
to the ceiling. Yeah, those are the fancy doors with the picture of the six-armed woman.
Okay. Can she at least like look over it to see if there's any like or anything on there?
Yeah, absolutely. Roll me an investigation check. Okay.
Oh.
It seems to be exquisitely carved as well as painted. As you get close, you see it's almost like a 3D paint in the sense that it seems like the doors were carved and then painted over. But other than that, they are exquisitely expensive, but also warm, as if the room on the other side was warmer than the halls around you.
Interesting. Are the doorknobs metal or anything, or just?
They're like large ring, like brass rings, polished.
Okay. She's gonna hover her hand over it to see if they're like super hot to the touch or anything.
No, they're not uncomfortable. It just
Okay.
feels like the door's warmer.
Okay. She's gonna make a note of that and keep on moving. Didn't mean to spin you. Sorry.
By the way, Murray, no magic detected yet. Which door?
Let's go with the small one first, and then we can do the.
All right. Give me the same old. Investigation with guidance. I assume Ross is still granting.
Yes.
Oh, I love our little daisy chain party.
Yeah.
25.
You see a
Nice
hallway.
rolls, by the way,
I
Amelia.
know, right? You see
Uh-huh.
an empty hallway, finely built but very narrow. You see a door off to the top that looks like it goes back into the library you witnessed before. Two other doors that you can't tell where they go.
Okay. And then this one. Oop.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, so just the 24.
Give me a second.
We're taking this really seriously.
Yeah, you are. Very proud of you all. A long couch and two stuffed chairs sit around an elegant, sorry, so many elephants in this house, I'm just...
Right.
Sit around an elegant rug on the floor of this room. Amelia, it's even fancier than the one in the room you started in. The walls, of which are carved in depictions of air spirits cavorting in the clouds, the scent even wafting under the door of exotic smoke, you can just catch a whiff of it. And 4 bejeweled hookahs sit in the room, two at either end of the couch and one next to each chair. A flight of stairs leads up to the floor above, and a glass case built into the underside of the stairs. You can't see from where you are. Sorry, you can't see that from where you are.
I was gonna say, wow, that's a real big extendo mirror that Moiri handed off.
It just ends at you see the stairs that go up to another floor.
I don't know. I did pay a lot of money for that mirror.
You did.
So yeah, she will go back and very quietly whisper describe the shit that's in the room.
Moiri will whisper back, were any of the pipes lit?
Were they, God?
You can't tell with a mirror.
Uh,
They're hookahs, not pipes.
So yeah, she shrugs.
So
I should also note that you do see. I'm so sorry, Sim. You do see another set of double doors in that room on the far end as well.
that long narrow hallway with the door at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Did it look kind of like a servant's hallway?
Exactly. I mean, like Amelia, you rolled really well. It looks exactly like a servant's hallway, something that connects to several rooms.
Okay. So Ross would suggest going through there.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like
we
it would
haven't heard anyone while we've been in here.
No one.
Any of the servants do you think have been murdered? Okay.
Probably all of them.
Yeah, so Amelia will step back and kind of gesture for Ross to. I guess would she have been able to check, like, to see if the doors are trapped or anything like that?
I would say you'll have to get out of the way.
Okay, yeah. So then she'll let Ross check those out.
All right, Ross.
Okay.
Ross, work your magic. What is wrong with me?
Yeah, magic.
Work your magic. And by magic, I mean your
give-
non-magical investigation skill.
And Amelia will assist since she's already fucking shoved her nose all up in the wood.
I will give myself guidance as well. What am I doing? Investigation?
Yes.
To check and see if any of these are trapped or anything like that, because
Yeah, and I'll let this apply to
paranoid.
both sets of doors right there. Okay.
With guidance.
With
Yeah.
guidance.
Okay.
Yeah.
22.
Aras. The doors are unlocked and you do not sense any sort of traps. And of course, with Murray nearby, she can tell they are not magically trapped either.
Okay. So.
Oh, we're gonna open one of these doors and they're just gonna be waiting for us.
Find the garden door.
Oh, yep.
This is fine.
No traps.
Nope.
Okay. She's just gonna reach out for the doorknob and open it.
It swings open silently on oiled hinges.
And that's normal, right?
Mm-hmm.
We keep servants' doors well oiled because you don't want them to make noise. Okay. She's gonna.
Plus, also, I should just point out, like, everything you've seen so far is immaculately cleaned and polished and well kept.
Go down to the end of the hallway.
Might I also note, Murray, this would be oddest to you most of all, as you do kind of... Actually, roll me a perception check, Murray.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to save that for a bit later. But I will say, You don't notice any bloodstains or anything on the floor. And you did notice dead bodies, though you haven't seen anything that looks like where you saw that scrying. Does that make sense?
Yeah, she's also... She's not expecting a lot of death. They're an assassination family, number one, so it would have been fairly skillful, and number two, if you're just gonna murder everybody, why replace the guy you killed?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
no, she's not expecting that there's going to be a lot of death.
You have 2 doors. Which one do you want to investigate? And how would you like to do so?
Amelia will use the mirror again on the southernmost one.
Okay. Same deal. 23 with guidance. So 27. Okay. Give me a second. Kitty, stop biting my leg.
No.
She's in the bag.
She's biting
And
my leg.
she's biting Robin's leg.
Glass cases line this hallway north and south walls. The northern case displays exotic weapons, many of which resemble swords, spears, and ow!
All of them very pointy.
that is the point of weaponry, after all.
Jesus, cat. With many resembling swords, spears, and stark knives hanging on the wall around the suit of bright blue leather and ivory armor. The southern case displays a gruesome tableau of a stuffed tiger feeding upon an extremely realistic sculpture of a dead Verdani man. It looks to be some kind of trophy hall.
Yeah, I'm starting to get really strong vibes of like olden fucking English, like I'm going to go off on an expedition and I'm going to bring back a lion and all this. No.
Except it looks like they do this with people, too.
I told you the Arconas were assholes.
Yeah.
Hey, Robin. Nothing saying you won't. The night
Oh
is
yeah,
still
I'm
young.
sure. Once they're all sticking out of him.
Yeah. The night is still young. Do you want to investigate the other door?
Yes,
Yes.
please, and thank you.
Please.
Magical items in here?
No. Wait.
Oh, okay.
Yes. You can sense that there is a magical item of divination, subtle, but there,
In this room?
in the trophy hall.
In the trophy room.
Of
Oh,
course it
makes
is. Whose eye is it?
You can't tell. You can't see in there.
Alright, well,
Oh.
31 for my fucking investigation on this door.
Damn, Amelia.
What do my elven eyes see?
Your combat is gonna be horrendous.
I know!
I know you got one good chill touch out of it. I hope that's all you were planning on doing.
Oh,
You
God.
see a fabulous looking banquet hall. A magnificent mahogany table dominates this room, the surface of which is decorated, the legs and the sides and the chairs, with immense covers fashioned from the brightly colored skins of various great snakes.
Interesting. And I'm guessing these are just normal potted plants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No magic detected in this room. You do see 3 doors, though. 1 up above, and 2 below.
Well, cool.
I would look under the one above because I think that might have allowed us to circumvent those big double doors.
Yeah, so, Amelia will step back and let Aras do her thing.
To
With
check
assistance.
the door.
Yeah, just in
Yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because who fucking knows?
Okay. You do not find any traps on this door.
Okay. She's going to again open it.
You open the door, and the rest of you, Robin, can see what Amelia saw. The exquisite mahogany banquet table covered in various snake skins and potted plants.
And these... Does this look like a servant's room?
No, it's a banquet hall.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, not a problem. Alright. You wanted to examine another set of doors? As you walk in, you see that those doors go from the ground to the ceiling. There is no spaces in between like the normal doors.
Ah, fuck. And what about these two?
That one definitely is more of a normal door.
Okay.
Do you guys investigate these doors at the top?
Yes.
Yeah, she'll, like, put a hand out to see if it's warm as well.
It is.
Okay.
And then you go over which door you're investigating.
I'll do this one first.
Okay.
And do the thing, and the loop. 27.
Alright.
All of my good rolls are going into investigating fucking doors.
A gracefully curving wall lined with tall windows presents a commanding view of what would be the Western Palace grounds, though all you see is rain hitting against the panes. The room is empty, save for 3 human-sized statues, each depicting a Verdani warrior holding aloft a glittering blue-green javelin with a head carved from bloodstone.
You know, if we ever come back here and, like, everyone just be dead, I feel like it wouldn't be... I feel like it would just be a waste to just let all of this stuff just be here, like, alone.
So you're saying after we kill the Arconas and get everything settled, we should come back and ransack the place?
And give it to the masses.
Before we burn it down.
No.
Amelia.
We can give it to Baboom, and he can redistribute to the masses.
This looks like the new orphanage to me.
Amelia,
Absolutely not. What are you talking about?
It's
So-
very
so-
difficult to see anything when you slip the mirror into the door, but this mirror starts getting pelted by rain. It looks like this door leads outside.
Awesome. Warm double doors?
I'm thinking of new branch of the order. Exactly. See, Rhea gets it. Kind of.
So
Yeah.
do
We
we
might
want to
have to
spread out?
Which double doors? There's 2. There's one in the banquet hall and one in the main hall.
The
Banquet hall one?
How about you do a Chucky thing?
Checkity check check.
Investigation. Check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Stop it, kitty! Stop it!
God damn it.
I sound like Cartman.
Yeah, 30.
30.
These doors are not trapped. As Amelia sensed, you sense that they are almost pleasantly warm to the touch.
Okay. Why am I doing this with my bare hands?
I have gloves, and Robin has mage hand.
But he's in a
Robin's
bag.
Robin is in a bag. Well, technically, he has a hand out. Oh no, wait! I do have mage hand. yeah.
Did you just forget
Amelia.
that?
I'm so used to having nothing but fucking damaging spells because I'm an idiot. But yeah, no, she can just mage hand the door open.
Also, okay.
So it's good that Aura said that out loud.
You open the door.
Are y'all still back here?
Yeah, you guys might want to.
I just can't move myself.
I gotcha.
Can we not all like clump up right there?
Oh, I'm
maybe,
just
in case
moving
there's
them
a
in the
big
room.
trap?
I'll let
Oh,
you
okay.
guys move them where you want to move
Mary
them.
climbs up on the table for some reason.
This
Roll
chamber
performance.
hardly seems to be part of a palace, but looks more like a clearing at the heart of a vast jungle teeming with life. The sky above is a deep, cloudless blue, while in the distance hazy towers rise above the verdant canopy. Exotic bird calls fill the air, and the scent of dozens of unfamiliar flowers and plants assault the nose, and everywhere a riot of color demands the eye. Whether it's the wing of a tropical bird, the petals of a brightly hued flower, or the glittering multicolored tiles that make up a round fountain to the north. The fountain's central plume is a stone pillar around which entwine two cobra statues that clutch green gems in their fanged maws. To the south of the fountain stands an immense, life-size jade statue of an elephant. A hodwa perched on its back, which is like a like a wagon made to be on the back of an elephant. You know, like a carriage type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Its tusks and trunk raise high in greeting to the southeast doors. From inside the room, the doors look more like gates set into a wrought iron fence that encircles the garden. Other gates set in the fence doubtless lead to other parts of the palace, and after a bit more observation, the somewhat static nature of the jungle and landscape becomes apparent. The walls of this garden are in fact an incredibly realistic and clever painting of a Verdani junglescape. Murray, you sense magic all
Yes, God.
around. You sense magic all around. It's hard to pinpoint, but a lot of it focuses on the walls, and you realize, just glancing in, there are permanent minor illusions attached to the walls of this garden to help further the appearance that you are truly in a jungle with vast and distant vistas, as well as on the roof to give daylight and the illusion of clouds swirling.
Can she focus her detect magic on the statue of the elephant?
Mm-hmm. It is magical.
Of course it is. And the fountain?
Give me a second, actually. I gotta check something. No, the fountain itself is not magical.
Not even the gems on it?
Let me see. Sorry, I'm reading a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
One of them. One of them is magical with a faint divination magic on it.
Out of curiosity, what kind of magic is on the statue?
I'm sorry?
I have
You can't tell.
What kind of magic?
You can't tell. It's not attached to any specific school.
That's weird.
Well, trying to think, sorry. Yeah, no. It's not attached to any school. Let me look something up real quick. Hang on. Give me a second, because I really don't want to not give you guys information. No. You don't see it attached to any sort of magical school.
So Murray will lean in close to whoever is closest to her and whisper quietly. There are magical illusions all around the room, but there is divination magic about the fountain, and the statue is magical, but not of any kind of magic I know. I would be extremely careful about it.
I would allow you to roll, and you can do it with advantage if someone helps you, an Arcana check.
Me?
Yes, because you're the one that's
So
detecting.
Amelia will help.
Okay.
I know it's not your strong suit, but you're the one detecting, so...
No. Or am I still... Oops, okay. Oh, I just rolled a 19 and it didn't count it. God damn it. Fuck.
Oh,
Well, whatever.
Okay.
Nice.
It's not that it's not a magic you've never seen, but you do know that many wondrous items aren't necessarily attached to any particular school of magic.
Gotcha. So it is itself magical. There's not like a spell cast upon it.
Correct.
Okay. So whoever is closest to her, she will tell them it appears to be innately magical.
The statue itself?
The statue itself.
Interesting.
So it might get up and move around?
Gods, I hope not.
Again, I would be very cautious.
Remind me what the statue was?
An elephant.
Oh no.
Hang on. I'll tell you exactly what it was. This life-size
Oh,
jade
no.
statue of an elephant
Ugh,
with a
Lord.
hoodah perched on its back.
Oh no.
What exactly is a hoodah?
Think like I can't imagine. Remember Lord of the Rings? Or you've probably seen them all over the place. Think like a carriage, but designed to be carried by an elephant.
Oh, okay.
It looks more like a royalty's form of transportation.
Okay.
That's how it's spelled.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I bet you anything it's gonna get up and move around.
Jesus
Did
Christ,
that
I hope not.
guy say anything about how to activate the statue or to get into the...
No. He literally just said that Jabbers was the only one that he knew who had gotten out of the maze, and that the way to get in was the fountain. He didn't know how or anything like that.
Is Pilswazel really just been reduced to that guy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes. He's dead. Who gives a shit?
So how tall is the roof?
The roof is over 20
the-
feet above your head. Well, actually, no. You know what? You can't tell. It looks like a sky with clouds.
Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
And
crap.
the vegetation is so dense that even though you see what looks like a pathway here, it's a pathway in the sense that there aren't any trees or things of that nature. Most of the plants come up to about chest high. The pathways still have like knee-high grass. Like
And
this place
how
is
tall-
very much like a jungle.
How tall is the fountain? Sorry.
The fountain? Oh, the fountain raises up about 8 feet.
Okay.
I imagine for Mary this is a little bit of a surreal experience. It's
Yes,
probably
it's
just like
very familiar to home. And
yeah.
I forgot to describe this. It's very warm and humid in here, just like home. Part of the magical
Right.
enchantments you're sensing keep this room at a higher and more humid temperature.
So whoever is closest to Mary will. I can't tell because the stream is very grainy right now, so I
Ba-boom.
can't tell where she is.
She's on the far right end, near Baboom.
Let me
I must have
restream
been-
because it's not.
Oh, there we go.
There we
Okay.
go.
Oh, I was looking at Rhea. Whoops.
So, Ross. Sorry, go ahead. You were going to say
Oh
something.
no. She will simply mutter under her breath. Almost enough to make me a little bit homesick.
Baboon will reach out and squeeze your shoulder. I would very much like to visit your home someday, Miri.
She goes very still. The home I am from no longer exists. That's the way of things when we leave such things behind us. I
Yes.
have changed, and so it has too.
I see. Does not mean it might not be worth going back to admire such beauty, such nostalgia. But
No, I would very much like to see how it has regrown.
and he nods. But we have a purpose. What are we doing?
Ross is going to recommend we don't all go in at once. Maybe one of us. How about I go in and I'm thinking I can like walk up the wall and roof so that if that statue moves, maybe I'll be out of its way and then drop down on top of the fountain.
All right, but be very, very careful.
I mean, you're all will be right here watching. And Ross is gonna take her bag of holding out and she's gonna stick her head in. And like, she wants to talk to Robin to ask if he wants to go with her or stay with the group.
Uh-huh.
Stay with you. I
Okay.
will leave Erdegar on Rhea, though, at all times.
Okay. Robin scooches out of the bag. Robin, you see for the first time the banquet hall and the beautiful jungle room.
Wait a minute. Robin stays in the bag.
Oh.
He's just gonna take Erdegar out.
I
Rhea.
see. Okay, gotcha. Understood. My apologies. You see
I just
none of it.
My blood.
So this bird just flies out of the bag.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So Ross, go ahead and enter for me and tell me like where are you climbing the wall?
Right inside, I'm gonna go up. Like, how tall is the elephant?
The elephant? I mean, it's an elephant.
Okay, so I'm gonna go all the way up to the roof,
We'll say
and like
12 feet tall, maybe?
I'm gonna come in the door, and like go all the way up, and then over the roof towards the statue.
I'd like you to stop as you're halfway up the wall.
Okay.
As you hear from the boudoir, the elephant, the chanting of a spell.
I was just about to say, like, can I have Mary on standby to
Give-
like cast some shit?
Give me a minute. I'm gonna have everyone. I'm gonna save things for next session because it's getting really late. But I want to just get this out real quick, and we'll start next session. I'll let everyone roll initiative. But Rhea,
Yeah.
the card in your mind, it slows and then stops and falls face up. The card of a tiger with reversed hands, and underneath it, the word Rakshasa.
Oh, that's fun. Do I need to roll to see if Ree even knows what that is?
Yes, please. Zeller, I told
Would
you a
that be
little bit about it,
Arcana?
but it'd be Arcana, definitely. It could be religion, too. Is your religion better?
Yes.
Roll with advantage, because this is one of your tarot cards, your horror cards.
Okay. Yeah.
Specifically you. You are familiar with what a Rakshasa is. There are different types, but they are all very powerful and dangerous demons from the abyss. Very, very scary foes. Characterized by being very animalistic. Some are the shape and form of a tiger, others have the shape and abilities of a snake, some the fox, but they're more characterized by being incredibly powerful, very dangerous, not only resistant to normal weapons, but also resistant to low-level spells. And their hands are reversed, as in their palms face outwards.
Mm-hmm.
The card stops, and we're going to end the session there, as it's very clear that someone sees Ross.
Yay!
Oh no.
Boy.
It only sees me. It doesn't see everybody else, right?
God, who knows? Who can say?
Well, I know exactly what spell is going to come out I'm wearing next, so.
If you get to the door,
Yeah.
Mary starts jumping over everyone.
Yeah, that's a Ross. in
We
danger.
will,
Absolutely, she will.
We will find out at the start of next session. All right.
Yeehaw!
Bye, everyone.
Oh, yay!
Bye!
Bye!